Yo, what is good? What is good, Chad? Yes. What's good, Howard? How's it going? What's good, Kennedy? You ready? You ready to finish our video? Yes. What's good, Adam? How's it going? Fong, my core keeper homie. How are you doing? You good? Yes, I'm glad we're all ready. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts after to wrap up the video. Yeah, absolutely. I think I'll probably just have some questions for you after the video. So if you're down, you know, we can probably hop into a call for a little bit and just talk about the video before I start Celeste. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, Fong, I saw that. Yeah, it looks like it's coming together. Yeah, you put the cooling on the CPU and it looked what I'm assuming that's on the CPU and the motherboard, right? I'm not dumb. Hopefully I'm not dumb. Let me actually look at it again. What your gaming setup? Yeah. You got the RAM in. Yeah, I see you got the SSD in there. Hey! Thank you for the cheer, Tiff. What's good? I appreciate it. Oh, Twitch itself. Thank you, Twitch. What's good, Tiff? How's it going? I appreciate the bits. Yes. Oh, you are now the bit leader. What a goat. Oh my God. Is that the Thalia 070? The goat? The fox for real? And now it's hey, let's go, Fong. Hopefully you have your core keeper build ready to go. Is that the yeah, it is the Twitch. It's actually insane that they're watching my stream right now. Actually crazy. I'm doing good. How are you doing? How are you doing good out there? Hey, you Dolly, you never answered my question on that video, that little combo video that you posted on Twitter. And I said, hey, what was the song? And you never answered. I need to know the name of that motherfucking song. you better go back to that post and find me and answer where that song is from. Or I will come all the way down to Boston myself and beat you in a best of 5, okay? Wait, it was actually made by Danimals? Oh my God. Okay, so are you saying I have to ask Danimals? Are you saying that I should hit up Danimals? Oh my God, it's not released. Oh, it's not really. Okay, all right. I will find Danimals and I will go beat him in a best of 5 for the rights to the song. I couldn't beat you in a best of 5. Yo, see me. Literally untrue. Actually, if you play Snake, actually, I guess Snake isn't one of your characters. If you bring me your Fox, instant 3-2, very close 3-2, probably game 5, but in my favor. What's good, Plate? What's good, Dan? How's it going? The concept of Twitch itself, it is the mind of Twitch. You know, just kind of the consciousness of Twitch giving me bits. His Mario's watch basement to play. Literally 0 shot. I would cook. Now you see, you put ZSS in there. I know you're not cooking me with ZSS. Roy, okay, you know, I feel like almost any level Roy could probably beat me. I'm not gonna deny that one. Icy's absolutely not. Fox, well, whatever, he's Fox, all right. I'm not gonna say you're gonna wash me, but it'll be pretty hard. I literally beat Cone with ZSS this year. What are you talking about? Okay, they're not me though. What that mean? They're not me. What that mean to me? Your watch? That's crazy. Dang, look, it's over, guys. I am truly washed. I've lost my touch at the game. I'm sorry. I've let you all down. Nah, your ZSS? Nah, no shot. Now Roy, hey, Roy's a different story. Full hop in the corner, come down with bear. I up tilt. Oh wait, are you saying you're doing that or me doing that? I'll just won't do that. I'll just be better. What are you talking about? I mean, that's all you do. See me, stop all this talk. I need you to see me. See me, okay? Nah, stop all that yapping. Next time, next time I see you, best of 5, put 50 on it. ZSS, 50 on it. Oh, put 50 on it. All right, fine. $5. Sure, 5. All right. Nah, you see, this isn't a heated smash moment, all right? This is what you call sweet competitive edge, all right? This is what we gamers need to stay in the game. I gotta pay for those textbooks. And you know what? I feel that, honestly. There's nothing worse than being in college and having to buy those virtual cards or whatever in order to unlock the codes to get your textbook, because you can't you can't buy that from somewhere else. Like oh god, yeah, they got me with that. I think it was one of my science classes. I can't remember which. Maybe it was actually I think it might have been my math class. I think math got me. True, yes, because like, bro, I was already not gonna use the physical one, but sometimes the class just requires it, I guess. So it's oh god, it's awful. It's literally awful. They were literally the worst, Kennedy. And return it. Just do all the homework in 2 weeks and return it. Just do all the homework. Well, you see, unfortunately, Plate, what if they don't post all the homework on Blackboard, you know? Like, what if it's not all on there, so I can't actually do it? I kind of can't do it, you know? I'm a poli-sci major. I can't do all my homework in like, you can't just do it all in 2 weeks, you know? Dang, that's cold. Literally saying like, oh, you picked the wrong profession. Sorry, sucks to suck, I guess. No, you can't. You can't even do that if you're a STEM major, because they just might not post all the homework. I had to buy one for a chem class and I couldn't ask them. Yeah, I actually did not have to get one for chem. Wait, did I? Did I have to get one for one of my chemistry classes? No, I don't think so. Actually, I don't think so. I did an entire business ethics class in 2 weeks. It was great. I saved so much money. It's your build different. There's no way I'm doing a whole bunch of homework in 2 weeks. There's just no way. Just don't do corporate espionage. All right, you guys are way above me right now. I am just a chill bio major. And, you know, I was just doing science and stuff, and I guess a little bit of chemistry. Trying to be a STEM major was the worst. What are you talking about, Tiff? You loved chemistry. I remember when we were talking about chemistry. Remember? That was great. So when we watch more of the video, well, at this rate, probably the next 20 or 30 minutes. To be honest, I got a friend that's in biotech. It's such a good major to do. Biochem is like, I'm sorry, biotech. Biotech is cool because like you can do like pretty much all the science majors and just be in biotech. You're in chemistry, you can be in biotech. Just regular biology, biotech. You can do what is it called? Oh god. When you're talking about ecology, yeah, ecology, biotech. You can do pretty much all the science thing and just be in biotech. I can do biotech in 2 weeks. Well, depending on what you're doing, I mean, I guess if you're talking about I was gonna say talk about fish, but that's kind of tough. Fish is tough, to be honest. You carry me. I absolutely did not carry you through anything because I was awful at chemistry. I carried you through nothing. I gotta get a master's to do anything with my poli-sci degree. Well, hey, if you're getting your master's, hey, just go and get your doctorate. Like, just go and get that PhD. Just go for it, you know? You're already pretty much like halfway there. Might as well finish it off. Become distinguished. Yo, what's good, Logic? How's it going, my boy? It's going good. You know, we were about to watch a video, but then chat started popping off. And so now everything is gonna be delayed for at least 20 to 30 minutes. You know how it goes. You know how the stream goes. I say I do one thing, but then I waffle on 30 minutes before I do the actual thing. You know how it is. You know how that goes. I can talk about fish. You know, talking about fish is a lot harder than you think. There's a lot of stuff going on about fish. I took a marine biology class. There's a lot of stuff going on with fish. And there's a lot of different kinds of fish. Do it up? I'm trying to. No, I'm getting my library and science degree, and then I'm going to get a job in a nice library, and then I'm chilling forever. Library science? Like learning the Dewey Decimal System? Like what's a library science degree? I've literally never heard of that. So that's very interesting. Is it like, I guess I don't know anything about the library. I know the word Dewey Decimal System, but I don't know what that actually means. Now the delay of the delay is crazy. Bro, do anything. That's not true. That's kind of not true. Only a little not true. I know my track record has been great on Tuesdays, but trust me, that's almost kind of not true. It's a general master's degree program you need to complete to work in a library. It's not specifically science per se, but that's the name for it. I don't know. It's a general master's program. Huh. Wait, hold on. You need a master's to work in a library? I'm assuming a certain level, right? Because I'm assuming, like, you know, just like a general regular librarian, you probably don't need a degree for that, right? Maybe a bachelor's, maybe, but I would assume if you're like just a regular librarian, you do really? That's actually correct. I always thought a librarian was just like, I don't know, some chick with glasses and like one of those little cardigan things or whatever, and they just walk into a library and say, hey, I want a job, and they're like, yeah, you probably read. And then they just become a librarian, you know? That's what I think is a librarian. I think of somebody like Kennedy, you know, if Kennedy walked to the library and was like, hey, can I be a librarian? They'd be like, well, I guess Kennedy actually does have a master's, so I guess that does make sense, but okay. Their whole job is giving information and everything that entails. So do you have to have a general knowledge of everything? Like, you're just like, overall, you're not like the most knowledgeable about anything, but you just kind of know a little about everything. Somebody says like, hey, what was that YouTuber doing in 2010? They're like, oh yeah, there's this. Here's their controversy, check out this website. And like, oh yeah, who wrote Tom Sawyer? Then they'll just tell you who wrote it. Oh, okay. Oh, what is this? In the library, the Master of Library Information. Oh, okay, Information Science. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. This passionate skills of the library will serve. Master level concentration archive. Okay, can be completed entirely online. In addition to how long is the program? I'm assuming master's is generally 2 years. Well, maybe 1 to 2 years. I'm assuming. What will you learn? Integrate theory with practice. Analyze information needs to create solutions by applying a variety of tools and technologies. Yeah, boilerplate stuff. Create dynamic ways for a variety of viewers to interact with resources. Such a vague term, but I mean, it can mean a lot of cool things regardless. Fair, I can't fault you on that. I'm just calling it as I see it, Kennedy. I'm just saying. I trust the actual library science guy, but some of the people that work in my locker room do not have a degree. Okay, you don't need a degree. It can be an experience. Okay, all right. So it's not. So if you're going into it as an entry point, you probably want to have your master's. But if you have some kind of experience, you can get into it just based off that experience. That's what it sounds like. I haven't admitted I worked at a Barnes & Noble for a while. I do indeed read books. Kennedy is the perfect librarian candidate. I know she is. Oh, my friend went to Simmons for library and science. It's actually a good program from what I hear. Oh, okay, that's cool. I do. Yeah, it's where I want to go. I like books. I like research. It's like 2 years, I think. Man, you were the opposite of me. I actually, as my chat knows, I actually hate reading. Some people in my chat say I'm illiterate. I think that's not true. I don't think you can call somebody illiterate if they don't read. You only call them illiterate if they can't read. They can read. I just choose not to, you know? What's good, Sydney? How's it going? Depending on where you take it, but in the States, generally 2 years. In the UK, it's 1. It depends on what job you're taking in the library. I've read a book before. I've read a few books. Actually, I've read almost an entire series of books. Among the Hidden series, I recommend it. Even though I haven't read those books since I was like in middle school, but they were great books. I recommend it. Go back and read Among the Hidden series. I would low-key probably go back and read those books unironically. Low-key, I'd be a librarian if I could, but my degree isn't in library science, so I doubt I'd be running for any library. Well, I mean, I think if you just put on like your application or like, you know, your CV and like, you know, your resume that you can talk a lot about medieval history, I'm sure it'd be a shoo-in. Like if you just write an entire like 10-page thesis on like the ethics of Henry VIII, I know they'll let you in. They'll be like, wow, she really knows a lot. We gotta let her in, actually. You would hate books. Bro, reading is boring. You can't read. Oh, is that right, Tiff? You went ahead and graduated college without reading? Is that what happened? Yo, if you did that, yo, that's crazy. CP9 technically literate, but you wouldn't know it. Is that true? So you're telling me I'm just guessing on all the text in what's it called? Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Word. I'm just imagining the text. I'm just kind of just, you know, really fumbling my way through it. Is that what you're telling me? It's true. I've never seen CP9 read someone of my people just run into Olimar Bear. Oh, is that right? Is that right? Well, don't worry, because you're also gonna be one of those people too. Save me. Wait, speaking of reading people, what happened to playing Yomi? You know, that's actually crazy, because you definitely didn't remind me, because didn't I tell you, like, yeah, don't let me forget, like, hey, I'm gonna play this, like, and then I think you said almost exactly, oh, don't worry, I won't let you forget. And then you let me forget. What happened with that? Hey, this is a 2-person road. Like, hey, it's me and you, my boy. All right, we gotta work on this together. It can't just be me. I'm not the only one at fault here. Henry wasn't even medieval. He's early modern. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Kennedy. I didn't know that. My bad. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know everything there was to know about Henry VIII. I didn't know he wasn't medieval. My bad. Your boy. Copy and paste and have the computer read it to me. Do you know how what's the word? It's it's not sad. Annoying that would be. You know how annoying that would be to do for everything you would have to read in college? Forget an exam. You're just failing all those. Like, you're done. I mean, I guess if you're blind, you know, they would have to have something for people to be able to read those tests. So I guess they can give that to people who are illiterate. So I guess that could work for you. You memorize what certain words look like. That's what you do. Oh, so wait, hold on a second. Is this almost something similar to like pregopagnesia? What was the word? Pregopagnesia? What was the word in whatchamacallit? In 999. Prosopagnesia. Yeah, it's almost like prosopagnesia, you know? I can't even read the title. All right, sorry, I was on a trip. All right, I gotta head back to working on final stuff. His last day of turning. Thanks for being nice, Drax Brula. Hey, no problem, Thalia. Hey, good luck on your exams. You got this. I know you will accomplish anything you set your mind to, except beating me in best of 5 with Zero Suit Samus. That's something that you're not gonna do. But good luck out there. You got this. You're annoyed. What am I annoyed? What do you mean? What? Wait, what? Okay, CP9 reliant on Twitch chatters to remind him to play a very fun and interesting fighting game that he already bought. God, dog, I hate reading words strung together like this. Braille. No. They wouldn't put Braille on test. They wouldn't do that. They also have schools for the blind. That is true. I think didn't like a school. Taylor Swift was invited to go to a school of the blind. No, I'm sorry. No, that was school for the hearing actually. And then she just donated money to it instead. Never mind. Milk of magnesia. Tears out of Risa. So we should start typing like this permanently? No, you shouldn't. Horrors Man School for the Blind and the nose. Ah, yeah. Yeah, sorry. Oh God, now they're all gonna start doing this. Okay. All right. We're done with this. It's time to watch a video. All right. Boop. Reacting. Huzzah! Look at this. Look at this amazing content. Woo! Okay, here we go. Oh, what is this? I was literally watching this yesterday. Why is it not? Oh my God, I hate this. Okay, let me resize it again, even though I already resized it before. That's fine, I guess. Okay. It's your fault, Chris. No, it's not. It's an MA. I have to know. All right, Nardwar. Okay, you don't have to know, right? Would it be pretty easy to know everything having going? Nothing happens. Okay, that's actually untrue. Now, somewhere where nothing actually happens, Arkansas. Nothing happens in Arkansas or South Carolina. Grizz, did you see my post in Discord? It's important. What post did you make in my Discord? Wait, what did you say? Oh, the other Discord. Okay. Wait, what is this? Lego ideas first, review results. Y'all do not understand. Fan model. Is this a Twilight Lego set? What is this? Okay. It is not the most important. No, it's not. We're starting this video. All right, so where did we leave off last? What was the last thing that we saw in this actually? Hold on. Let's figure out
several things that you non-fraudulent reason to not announce guest cancellations that you already knew about. She goes on to allege that while there were several factors involved in the delayed cancellation announcement, the main one is wanting to book a replacement guest, which didn't work out. She alleges that her contact subordinate, who had been managing negotiations for a prospective replacement guest, suddenly quit, and it's therefore the fault of the agency.
Okay, so if I... Oh, is it quiet? Is that okay? Hold on a second. Before I turn it up, was anybody else having issues hearing it? was everybody else having issues, or was it just Newt? Was it just Logic? Okay. All right. You're saved this time, Logic. You're saved this time. Why would you have trouble reading it? It's literally talking to you. Would I do that to yes you would actually. That's actually true. Yes, you would. And everyone thinks Dez took the money because nobody had access to the money but Dez. And Dez had already, by her own admission, spent $1,800. Then Dez is now ghosting all the directors. Oh, okay, that's where we are. Yeah, Dez is now ghosting all the people, and now we're trying to figure out, where that fits in everybody's thoughts on that or whatever. We're trying to really show that, she's ghosting people. What? No, did I? No. Okay, well, I thought I was talking about the situation, not Kennedy. At this point in the video, I'm talking about guest cancellation that we're starting to trickle in. Got it. All right. Let me know. Oh, when I start it. All right, guys, this is important. When I start this video, let me know if you're having trouble hearing it. Okay? All right, deal.
Whether or not there's any truth to this, I couldn't verify. But just so we're clear, even if that is true, it does not stop the fact that her not announcing the cancellation sooner is still, well, false advertising and fraudulent. And their cancellations should have been announced with or without a replacement. But ultimately, Barry and Tatum wouldn't get removed from the site's guest list until sometime between July 1st and 6th. And for reasons I can only speculate, the announcement wouldn't get made till July 14th via a Facebook post.
Okay. Maybe turn the camera off. All right, well, you know what? If it's too quiet, oh well, okay. Barry. What the freak? Okay, wait. What is this talking about? Barry and Tatum both canceled at the same time a while before the staff canceled. While before staff. The Izumicom page posted from July, so I doubt their cancellation are related to the con. Thanks for nothing. Thanks for noting the date 2018. Me. This post is literally how I had this day. That's actually very, very funny. You posting it is your way to track the history.
And then a tweet about it on July 30th. So it was way later than it should have been, but at long last, the general public finally knew that neither Morgan Berry nor J. Michael Tatum would be at the con. And
the Majora's Mask.
Interestingly, the public weren't the only ones finally learning about these cancellations either. The new guest relations director claims that she had no idea that either Barry or Tatum had canceled until she saw the Facebook post about it. In other words, that their cancellations weren't just news to
primary
the
source,
community,
literally
but
me.
Also to her, the con's guest relations director. Hopefully, you don't need me to tell you how much of a massive red flag that is.
You didn't see just like red flags. You did like.
Oh no, my video's gonna get demonetized. It's Trixie and them again.
So yeah, the bottom line here is that it seems as though Dez was acting as the con's unofficial guest relations director in some capacity for several months. Tatum and Barry both claim to have sent their cancellation notices several months in advance, and despite this, Dez didn't seem to make any moves to let the public know about this until June, and it wouldn't be until July
I don't know the other one's name, so it's
updated
Trixie and them.
The announcements were posted. So yeah, in conclusion, yikes. But the whole behind-the-scenes mess aside, the announcement still happened before Izumicon's deeper problems would become apparent to the public. So while people were disappointed to hear about Barry and Tatum's cancellations, of course, nobody really thought too deeply about it at the time. On the 31st, the con announced that Damon Mills, the last guest to have a contract drawn up and the only one that the newer guest relations director claims to have booked, would be guesting at the con, so, seemingly
he does Frieza?
Everything was still moving on track as far as the public was concerned. But then, fast forward about 2 weeks to August 13th, Jade Saxton announced that she had to cancel her appearance at Izumicon because of some recent issues. This was, of course, after everyone noticed that all the directors
doesn't he, Adam?
Yeah, it was pretty easy to guess what those issues probably were. This was also the same day that Damon Mills posted some interesting tweets about being frustrated about cons that ghosted their guests, so, you know, eyes emoji. Also interesting is that Justin Nimmo replied to these tweets asking Damon if he's heard anything from Izumicom, which I can only assume he hadn't, because sure enough, the next day, Damon would end up canceling his appearance at Izumicom as well, citing recent issues that were out of his control. The writing was on the wall at this point. This con is beyond saving. It is completely and utterly dead. And
It's
after
just
2 more long
That's
days
very
of
funny.
wondering what Izumicom was gonna try to do next, the con finally announced its cancellation on August 16th. The announcement
Ooh.
came in the form of a Facebook post blaming logistical difficulties, talent scheduling, and other factors beyond our control. So, you know, it blames every possible thing but Dez. As a side note, by the way, it is a really good thing that word spread about this post pretty fast, because none of the con's other platforms, which most significantly included its own website, would be updated to reflect this change. As a matter of
That's
fact, rather
crazy.
than get updated, the website was just completely taken down at least 2 weeks later. And while
What?
hardly anyone knew the details of why this was happening, they really didn't need to in order to know that this was just complete and utter bullshit. And I'll tell you who that was especially true for was the talent that Dez tried blaming this cancellation on, at least partially. Yeah, rightfully so. Some of the con's would-be guests and a few other voice actors who
That's a
heard about
great
what was
question,
going on
Logic.
were among those clapping back at Dez/Izumicon's thinly veiled excuse. But the question of exactly
Oh,
why
money!
the con was being
Yes!
canceled was quickly overshadowed by the question of refunds. The idea that this whole thing might have just been a misunderstanding was completely shattered when some people started noticing that the event date was quietly changed on Eventbrite to the 16th. To be more
That's
specific,
crazy.
the change would have had to have happened sometime between August 12th and 20th, and it would have had to have been made by someone with access to the Eventbrite account. Per surviving documentation of a former Izumicom director, said account was in Dez and Ladder Entertainment's name, registered to Ladder Entertainment's email, which was owned and operated by Dez, and linked to Dez's bank account. In other words, the Eventbrite account wasn't so much meant for Izumicom's team as it was just for Dez. And while it's possible that there might have been a few other directors who previously had some access to the account, they would have already resigned by the time the changes would have had to have been made, and none of them stood to benefit from making a change like this anyways. Dez, on the other hand, did. So, in short, it is extremely, remarkably reasonable to believe that Dez is the one who made this change. The odds of anyone else having both the means and motivation to have done this, and all without being switched back by Dez later, are impossibly low. The timing of when this change would have been made is slightly debatable, but if nothing else, it can't be argued that it happened after people started catching on that the con wasn't going to be happening,
True.
and during a super close proximity to the cancellation announcement itself. But you know, details aside, the bottom line here is nonetheless that, well, this change happened. And this is important because the new date made it so that Eventbrite thought that, well, the event had already happened by the time people started requesting refunds, which, as I'm sure you can imagine, only made the refund process more difficult for the would-be attendees. But luckily, this roadblock ultimately didn't work, and people who bought their badges via Eventbrite were eventually able to get refunds via Eventbrite. But while the refunds were officially from Eventbrite, whether the money used to provide these refunds came from the pockets of Eventbrite or Dez isn't 100% clear. Still, though, the fact that this didn't work out in Dez's favor should not take away from the fact that it's still a roadblock that she almost certainly placed. Check this out. You can even see it in the refund emails, scheduled to occur August 16th, 2018, even though the event was actually scheduled for August 31st through September 2nd. But despite how scummy that was, the would-be attendees were ultimately the lucky ones, since they were still able to get refunds eventually. Unfortunately, the vast majority of the con's would-be artists and vendors weren't so fortunate. I reached out to several artists who bought tables at Izumicom 2018, and most of them alleged that they didn't receive any refund of any kind. And in case you don't know how much of a big deal that is, Emmy Jane Arts told me I had bought my booth and an extra pass, which totaled to about $200. A huge loss as I had already spent money on my merch. So yeah, a number of artists and vendors turned to their banks instead, and while there were a few people who were successful in getting a refund this way, they were still the minority. Fury Starcat, for example, alleged, "Yeah, I tried to file with my bank, who told me to file with PayPal, who told me to file with the bank. I eventually gave up." The story seemed to be much the same for the vendors as well, that nobody received a refund via Izumicom itself, but a few lucky vendors like Norman's One Stop Anime were able to get them through their banks.
Ooh, One Stop
That being
Anime?
said, there was one vendor—
Wait, Kennedy, is One Stop Anime, are they still like alive, or are they shut down? I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh there. I think there was somebody named Heather who worked there. She was nice. Oh, nice. Okay. I'll have to go back there one day.
Who had spent $440 on her table and landed on the—
Oh, wait. Oh, she's the owner? Oh, nice. Okay, I actually didn't know that.
The money that she spent on her table, and that when she
I think I saw her in this video
refund,
at some
reply
point.
she got was, "We have funds tied up in deposits and prepaid expenses as well." It's also mentioned that she filed a police report, though unfortunately nothing ever really seemed to come of that. And although there were definitely a lot of people interested in the possibility of one,
didn't know
and at least one person who was interested enough to actually contact a lawyer, ultimately, nobody ever filed a lawsuit. Said the person who contacted a lawyer when asked about why they didn't go through with it, "The cost for the lawyer was exponentially more than what I lost or could recuperate. I would have had to get many more people to join me in the suit, and that just didn't come together. So I just filed it as a loss and knew never to pay with a check again." But back to this article, the news station reached out to Des for a comment, but surprise, surprise, they didn't get a response. Yeah, shocking, I know. While Des never commented about the state of the Izumicom money, someone who was close to her up until this whole thing happened offered their insights to all the concerned would-be con-goers at the time about what they believed happened to the money. Obviously, this can't be 100% verified, but they alleged that Des had already spent the money on herself and on getting a lawyer, and that, at least at the time of all this unfolding, regarded herself as a victim in this whole thing.
Are you sure about that?
The Izumicom Facebook group was deleted a few days later, and while the precise timing isn't clear, the Izumicom Facebook page was deleted sometime after the group was deleted, but before September 4th.
That'd be very funny.
With the page and the group deleted, so too were plenty of valuable posts that could have offered more evidence, insights, or clarity into the finer details of this whole situation deleted too. It's presumed that Des would have had to have been the one to delete the page and group, or at the very least perhaps requesting it, being indifferent to or okay with it, or something else to that effect. And speaking of deleted content, it was a bit before this, it was sometime in the middle of August, but it was around that time that Des purged her main personal account. Not only did this shut down one of the quickest ways to contact her, but also it effectively closed the only window that most of Izumicom's staff and leadership had into her life. A window that, for many, is still closed to this day. There have been a few brief and inconsequential Des sightings over the years, but other than that, nobody that I spoke to seems to know what she's been doing for the past few years. But that being said, one person that I spoke to, Des's former friend that I've mentioned a number of times throughout this video, showed me a message from Des in October of 2021, in which Des still doesn't seem to be taking responsibility for what happened. And in fact, this message really adds credence to the idea that Des thinks of herself as the victim in this whole thing, as she spends a lot of time talking about feeling betrayed. Interestingly, she also mentions that certain people will probably never know the truth about what happened in Izumicom due to NDAs and a certain lawyer con owner, which is
crazy. What?
Basil. That being said, an earlier message from Des to this former friend shows Des saying that there's no NDAs in place for former directors, and certainly nobody that I spoke to claimed to be under NDA, so whether perhaps there are some NDAs in place that I'm unaware of, Des is lying so that she doesn't have to talk about Izumicom, or perhaps something else altogether, I have absolutely no idea. When asked about why Dez was ever allowed to get the con in the first place, Faisal said Marlon knew her and said she wanted to keep the con going. No clue if there was any more thought on his part. I didn't really know her, so I had no opinion. We'll probably never know for sure whether the act of selling the con to Dez was an act of blind trust, sabotage, desperation, optimism, ignorance, manipulation, a mix of all of them, or maybe even something else entirely. But whatever it was, I wouldn't blame you for feeling like, maybe in some ways Dez was being set up to fail. Because in some ways she was. The contract from which she got the con didn't exactly leave her with an abundance of resources, and self-inflicted money problems or not, that almost certainly would have made the con smaller that year than it had been in a long time. These are obstacles that a more seasoned con organizer probably could have overcome.
I mean,
I
figured that.
I've said it 1,000 times. Dez lacked experience. But the ways in which you could argue she was set up to fail do not excuse her for what she did. They just don't. She was not, in any way, set up for single-handedly destroying the con before it even happened. That is entirely 100% on her. Regardless of whether or not it was a good contract, the fact of the matter is that she still chose to sign it. She chose to take on the responsibility of Izumicom, and she failed. And while I think there's a fair point to be made in the argument that the root cause of all this was the haste and lack of vetting that went on in the search for a new owner, Izumicom's meltdown was nonetheless Dez's fault first and foremost. And here we are, several years later, and she still never so much as acknowledged her massive role in Izumicom's failure, not publicly at least. And as for privately? Well, one of the people that I spoke to knew someone who still had a way to contact Dez despite no longer being close to her, and they reached out to that person asking if they could get me and Dez in contact with each other. This came in the form of them messaging Dez, possibly with just a screenshot of our mutual contact telling them that a YouTuber was trying to get in contact with Dez for a video about the fall of Izumicom, but I don't know that for 100% sure. What I do know for sure, however, is that on the next day, Dez either deleted or locked down her Facebook profile. And when I asked the person if I could see a screenshot of what they sent her, they wouldn't send one to me because they didn't feel comfortable sharing their private texts. A few months pass, and after a while, I noticed that Dez revives her Facebook account again. In the interest of due diligence,
I did it?
I messaged her myself this time. I never got a scene receipt, but I still think she definitely saw it because sometime after I sent her this message, she definitely blocked me this time. So whatever Dez may have to say about what happened to Izumicom and why, well, we may never know.
The aftermath.
Shortly after everyone had their collective moment to vent their frustrations, several members of the community decided to go ahead and take matters into their own costumed hands. And so several anime events were planned across the metro during the weekend that Izumicom was—
Wait, what are you saying that? Read from notifications, blocked before opening them. Oh, yeah. Or she did the actual tech where you have the message, you turn off your mobile data, and so then you open it, but then the page can't like load or whatever. So you can look and read it, and then you can back out or whatever, turn your mobile data back on, and then close it out. That's the real tech.
Was meant to happen. One Stop Anime, for example, hosted an Artist Alley sampler event. Jovial Hearts Cosplay hosted an event called Alt Party at Griffin Community Park, which was
I'm assuming it still works
in its own right. The OKC Tea Club came by and sold drinks and snacks. There were panels, there was a cosplay contest, a raffle, and so much more. But the biggest event was by far the Rip Izumi party at the Will Rogers Gardens and main event, which was orchestrated by Divine Creations Cosplay, Honor Lychee, and Lo-Fi Kai. Kai told me about the event. Rip Izumi was two parts. We had the photo shoot opportunity at the Will Rogers Gardens, and then the party itself at main event with the costume contest. Anyone with one of our wristbands got a $10 play card for free. We had a whole bunch of donors. It went really well, and I think we had about 100 people at main event. I honestly think people loved it. We got a lot of great feedback from it, and we had a lot of fun. Christopher Parker, the owner of Red Dirt 3D, added to that. For what it was, it turned out amazing. The other events that went on, organized and run by other cosplayers, saw good numbers too. It was a nice distraction from the reality of what happened to the convention. And sure enough, that reality didn't leave the community's collective consciousness after these events finished up. In fact, It was very much the opposite. And there are two things I'm referring to when I say that. The first is something I think SoonerCon's former chair and current president of the Future Society of Central Oklahoma, Aslan, succinctly summarized when I asked her about the effect Izumicon's untimely end had on the local con-going scene, and that was, it drives up the cost of producing cons, which are costs passed on to the attendees, pricing people out who might otherwise participate if they could afford to, making the con environment less inclusive. It makes it so celebrities and vendors don't want to do business in our state for the poor reputation of events that don't pay their talent and where there are too few attendees for vendors to turn a profit. It sows discord and needlessly disappoints people. The second thing I'm referring to, and this kind of feeds into what Aslan said, is that 2019 was also a horrendous year for anime conventions in Oklahoma. Now, before I go more into detail on that, let me give you a bit of context. Namely, let's talk about Oklahoma Anime Con problems before Izumicom versus after. And I want to take a brief moment to emphasize that I'm only talking about anime cons here, you know, not general pop culture cons, comic cons, sci-fi cons, and so on. Anyways, 2016 and 17 saw the collapse of two much smaller anime conventions that were trying to start up, and those were Otakuhoma and Otaku Matsuri, respectively. And while I couldn't find any concrete information about what happened to Otakuhoma, there really wasn't a whole lot of concern over its failure anyways, since the con was just so small. Like, literally, the artists and vendors, which, you know, probably encompasses less than 15 people, were all put in the same room where panelists would be presenting at the front. The whole room was...
Whoa, hold on a second. Who's that? Who's that right there? Who's giving a lecture right now? Look at this crowd. Yo, we have Hinata and number 9. I think it's Kageyama. Oh my god, is that a goat I see? Sheesh.
Were all put in the same room where panelists would be presenting at the front. The whole room was, about the size of a classroom, and then the room next to it was set up to be a cafe, and that was it. That was actually the whole con. Yeah, as you can imagine, attendance was not great, but Otaku Matsuri, on the other hand, yeah, that one caused a lot of concern. So, from the outside looking in, Otaku Matsuri was a pretty well put together con with a really solid guest list. The attendance, one could easily surmise, would probably be pretty good. But according to the con's director, while the con had anticipated an attendance of around 1,200 people, 150 pre-regged, if even that many. Nonetheless, the con was scheduled to be held in Norman, Oklahoma the weekend after Izumicon 2017. But against all odds, yet another ice storm was forecast to hit the weekend that the con was supposed to happen, prompting Oklahoma's then governor to declare a state of emergency the day before the con was supposed to happen. So, effectively, it was canceled right then and there, though the director told me that they also, quote, had issues with the hotel changing our payment schedule. They did not want to elaborate on what precisely that meant. But regardless, speaking of payment,
they didn't talk about that more? That's
refunds
hilarious.
would end up being a point of contention for the would-be attendees and participants of Otaku
Baller,
Matsuri.
look at all
In
this
fact,
money, baby.
So many people felt reminded of Otaku Matsuri when all the Izumicon 2018 stuff started coming to light that a few rumors had spread that Des was involved with Otaku Matsuri as well. That being said, nobody who I spoke to who was involved with Otaku Matsuri recalls her having any involvement with it. My guess is therefore that Des wasn't involved with Otaku Matsuri, and that these rumors were probably just the byproduct of people getting confused since the two situations did have some resemblance. But to get back to the matter of refunds,
Dang, I do too.
it was neither a quick nor easy process. The director alleges that everyone should have got them within a few months, and I spoke to a few people who were eligible to receive refunds from Otaku Matsuri, and all but one of them claimed that they eventually got a refund, but that the key word
where's
is
Dan?
eventually. Artists
Oh,
and
there he
vendors
is.
in particular
the
seem to have
pennies!
waited for quite a while, with some getting theirs within
Yeah,
the
I
original
saw 'em.
45-day window that the con promised, some getting theirs slightly after that, and others not getting theirs
Yeah.
till several months later or in installments. Nonetheless, albeit after a significant wait, they still did get their refunds. Or at the very least, that was the case for everyone that I spoke to about it, except for one anonymous would-be volunteer. An archive of Otaku Matsuri's site says that volunteers would have to register for the con and that they'd be reimbursed later. As a side note, however, a separate
Yo,
would-be
what's good?
volunteer
What's good,
claims
Joseph?
that not every single
Kennedy,
volunteer
let
had
him know.
paid.
Let Joseph
Nonetheless,
know.
The first one that I mentioned alleges that they went through this process and that they never received reimbursement. So this is all to say that the fallout of Otaku Matsuri's cancellation,
No,
you know,
this is
it
not
was
an
nowhere
XQC
near
Neji
as
stream.
bad as, say, Izumicon's would end up being, but the whole thing was still pretty messy. And that seems to be at the heart of why Otaku Matsuri still hasn't, and almost certainly never will, resurface. Said the director about its potential revival, I moved out of state after marital issues, and since I believe, based on conversations very similar to the aggressive version of these questions, that the cancellation left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. We all felt defeated and rough, so the convention will never come back. I'll admit, I'm
dang.
more a convention vendor more than I am a convention director, and even my confidence got shaken to the core at the whole thing. So that's interesting and all sure, but why am I telling you about all this? Well, it's because I want you to understand that by the time Izumicon 2018 happened, there were some people feeling pessimistic about the state of anime cons in Oklahoma, and Izumicon's meltdown really seemed to validate and amplify a lot of that pessimism. Whether or not they realized it, that effectively put a pretty big task on the shoulders of Oklahoma's anime cons of 2019. You know, they had to prove to everyone that everything would be fine and that, well, even if Izumicon wasn't around anymore, everything would still be okay. You know, they still had their gathering spots and a space where they could express their love of anime. You know, hope was not lost. Or at least, that's what should have happened, like, in theory. In practice, the two Oklahoma anime cons that happened in 2019 were also pretty controversial and really didn't do anything except validate and amplify that pessimism even more. The first of those cons
what is
Tokyo
happening?
Tulsa 2019, which has been lovingly dubbed by its attendees Hobby Lobby Con. And why Hobby Lobby Con?
Hobby Lobby Con?
Well, to briefly summarize what happened, TNT had to get a new venue in 2019 since its usual venue was undergoing some renovations. So they got a venue in the nearby city of Broken Arrow, but then 2 weeks before the con, the venue changed their terms, thereby forcing TNT to...
Fun fact, not related to the video, Broken Arrow is the place where I played my first Project M tournament all the way back in 2014. It was a cool time. Wait, pause. I wrote this article being cited on this screenshot. Oh, you wrote this article? Let's see. These are issues rose between Tokyo Tulsa and the venue inside the Sony here that plan is according to that the final location was only chosen because we had a venue change to there. We were unwilling to be accommodating. We were forced to relocate and secure the only location we found at the time. Had we not secured that place, the only other option would have been placing vendors and artists outside under tents. That would have been unacceptable to have them all have them as well as in heat for extended periods. Yeah, you know what? That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I love it when I can do that. Honestly, that's honestly hype. Was also in a casino, and that's since the PM tournament. Olympus was part of that con. Oh man, I really wish I could have gone to Olympus. I'm so sad I couldn't.
Putting their artist alley outside in the middle of the hot Oklahoma summer, or putting it in a dimly lit and only partially air-conditioned building that was once a Hobby Lobby. So yeah, the choice they made is quite obvious, and while this was definitely a step up from an outdoor artist alley, this Hobby Lobby was still incredibly unsafe, and that's to say nothing of how distant it was from the rest of the con. Like, literally, the con had to shuttle people there in school buses since it was just so far.
Wait. I'm sorry. I might have missed it while you were while I was looking at chat. Wait, is this actually in a Hobby Lobby? Like, or is it just that it looks like a Hobby Lobby? I'm sorry. I probably missed that part because I know they lovingly call it Hobby Lobby Con. Okay, it was an abandoned building that used to be a hobby. Okay, so it is kind of a Hobby Lobby. You know, the other game is something called. I tried to participate, got kicked out due to bad PC. That's tough.
Far off. But anyways, the building was incredibly dusty. People recorded there being loose screws everywhere. There was open wiring, dripping water, dim lighting, and despite all this and the ridiculously short notice TNT gave their artists about this, alas, there were still no refunds to be granted to any artists who wanted to skip out on this con upon hearing about the change in venue. But anyways, since the state of the artists alley was just so abysmal, one artist, Ella Fluff, made a joke on Twitter that people should ghost the con, and then shortly after that, the con told her that she'd have to leave for breaking her contract, and how exactly she did that,
Wait, what?
Never said. Yeah, the whole thing was definitely sketchy, and not just because it was about an artist's alley. No,
okay.
But for real, puns aside, the sketchy nature of the whole incident was actually big enough that it landed on the local news. The whole clip is about 2.5 minutes long, but here's an excerpt that pretty much sums it up.
I joked with a couple people about having them sneak in instead of paying for their tickets, which I accept was a flaw on my part.
Shori says Saturday afternoon, she was told to leave.
She actually broke the rules of her contract.
Shori says she didn't know of any rules
That's
she broke. And the founder of Tokyo in Tulsa, James Fowler, wouldn't comment on what exactly she did wrong.
So in a nutshell, that was TNT 2019, and if you want a less brief summary of why this con was such a complete disaster, then Square One Cosplay has an hour-long vlog that really captures just how chaotic this convention was, and you can see the buses, the venue, you can see everything I mentioned. I'll leave a link in the description for anyone interested, but in the meantime, here's a little highlight reel.
It was so unsafe, it was so unsanitary, the staff was rude.
It was cramped.
It was cramped. It was hot. They weren't
hard
prepared
to go anywhere.
Oh no. Oh dear. Is everybody waiting for the shuttles?
Oof.
Oh no.
Waiting for the shuttle?
Oh no.
So we just had to leave as soon as we came in.
We just got here and the fire alarm went off.
What just happened?
Oh, this is like Evo. This is like Apex 2015.
All the vendors had to get their own lighting because otherwise you can't really see their wares.
So, I was standing right here, and the sprinkler above hit me right in the hand. And
Yay.
I don't know if it's out of my drink or not, but they did have some bag
That's
checks
crazy.
and stuff at the Hobby Lobby. They had some like bag and security checks or whatever. There was none at the main building.
No, that's
absolutely
so dangerous.
None.
Where there's so many people.
Where all the panels were and everything, none. All the guests,
No,
none. I never saw anybody get their bag checked. The
I
only
never
thing
had a
we
bag
got,
checked.
Neither did I.
Izumicom, that happened here. That has already happened here. Learn from that. You know better, and you know that can happen to you. You're not big enough for that not to happen to you. So just learn better, fix it, and just do better.
The next anime convention to happen in Oklahoma was the aptly titled Anime Oklahoma. I cannot emphasize enough that what I'm about to give you is the condensed version of the story because it's really long and there's still a lot of details that are fuzzy. Nonetheless, I'm gonna do what I can. So, Anime Oklahoma started out as a very grassroots con and it needed funding. And while I'm still not 100% sure how and when this happened, at some stage word got out that a man named Steven was involved. But the problem here is that, one, I don't want to derail this video by going into detail about this, but suffice to say,
Yo, the Dan edit
isn't exactly just some random guy that nobody knew about. And two, he was also pretty involved in a remarkably unsuccessful con called GoDaikoCon 2017. I could make a totally separate video on this con if I wanted to, because there's no shortage of things to talk about with this one as well. There were plenty of things.
Candy's gonna make a video on this confirmed?
Unsuccessful.
On GoDaikoCon?
Among plenty of other problems, like being scheduled the same weekend as a well-known local cosplay event, Yomacon's Cosplay Beach Party, radio silence from the con's leadership, and using a venue that was largely disliked by the local community because of how they'd canceled Midwest Media Expo earlier that year, by far the most discussed problem this con had.
Don't worry, we know. Us real ones, we know, Kennedy. Don't worry.
It's been very widely alleged that the con promised artists and vendors anywhere from several hundreds to at least 1,000 people in attendance, and tables were priced accordingly. But the actual turnout was ridiculously low, leaving the artists and vendors struggling to so much as break even, let alone make a profit.
The pennies!
For example, one of the artists who was present, Bold Egoist, alleges that she paid $125 for her table and recalls barely breaking even. She told me about the price, quote, "For a 3-day con to charge $125, it should have had at least 1,200 unique attendants or 3,000 to 5,000 turnstile. If I had to guess how many people were at GoDaikoCon 2017, I'd say 120 including staff. It was a very dull crowd." Shoujo
that's so sad.
another artist who was there, also alleges that she paid $125 for her table and can't remember whether or not she broke even, but said that if she did, then it wasn't by much. She further alleged that there were friends of hers in the artist alley who most certainly did not have that same luck. She further recalled to me, quote, "If I had to guess, it was maybe a couple hundred in attendance, maybe? At one point during the show, one of the vendors, artists, I don't remember who it was, went around with a paper getting signatures from other vendors and artists to try to get a refund on the table costs from the head due to the false advertising. They brought the list up to the head and they were told we'd see compensation, a check in the mail, I believe, from the artist alley head, but it never came. What a terrible con. Oh, the signatures. Yeah, you cannot talk about GoDaikoCon 2017 and not talk about the walkout. So here is what happened. So outraged by the fact that the con had promised at least 1,000 people in attendance, and they're just, oh god, to call it a ghost town would have been generous. Like, dear lord, this might be the saddest rave I've ever seen.
No.
He looks like he's having a great time.
Bro, that guy's popping off.
A group of the con's artists approached Steven together in an attempt to get a refund. There's video footage of this confrontation happening, which I have seen, but the videos are unlisted and I haven't been able to get in contact with the uploader, so unfortunately I have no idea whether or not they'd want me to show it in this video. Nonetheless, know that the video footage of this confrontation exists and that it certainly doesn't paint Steven in a good light.
It was $25, and I think that's ridiculous. If the tables were like 300, 200? 300.
Wait, what? 300?
Like 300, 200 plus, like, it's like per table. So, like, if you have several tables set up for, like, several things, then you have an easy 500, 600, almost $700 right there, and then you only get $25 back. Plus, you got to think about all of the money that they spent to
get here.
First to get here, second to make the products that they're selling. It just doesn't seem fair that they get only 25. Like, they could get more.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's
something of what they.
That's tough.
Absolutely.
And I understand that everything needs to make profit, but to treat those that aim to give the con pleasure and give the con profit like trash just didn't feel right.
Worth noting, by the way, is that one of the artists told me that they flat out declined the refund in the interest of pursuing a case with PayPal. In fact, that artist, Sugary Symbiote, was present during the confrontation with Steven, and she alleged that she went back to talk to him personally later, as she was experiencing a lot of medical problems at the time and was hoping that she could perhaps get him to understand why $25 simply wasn't enough. In her own words, that was a huge mistake. She alleges that someone believed to be Steven's sister started taking pictures of her without permission during this talk. Something that can only generously be described as completely unnecessary. Whether or not Steven asked this person to take photos isn't known, but if nothing else, he allegedly didn't seem to do anything to stop this overtly creepy act.
Okay.
And of course, the
that is weird, I guess.
Is that ultimately nothing really ever came of this discussion anyways. Sugary Symbiote alleges to have never got a refund of any
These
kind,
people are not
and
okay.
since vowed to not work with him ever again. And again, there were more problems with the con than all this. Like, oh my god, I haven't even mentioned the GoDaikoCon flyer bombing at the cosplay beach party.
What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
Good, how about you?
Not too bad, can't complain.
Hey, man, who got time to?
Yeah, well, that's how it really goes.
I know, right?
Yep.
Hey, this is ConOps, right?
Yeah, this is ConOps. They're not here yet.
Oh, that's all cool. Hey, just wanted to return that.
Oh.
Yeah, thanks again for coming to Cosplay Beach Party.
Yep.
If you want to learn
Bro,
more
is
about this
that-
con,
we're
then
gonna
I'd encourage
take
you to
this
seek
back?
out
That's
the people who are
funny.
actually there and to talk to them about it. That being said, if you nonetheless would be interested in seeing me make a video about this con, especially if you were actually there, then by all means let me know, because like I just said, there's definitely no shortage of things to talk about when it comes to GoDaikoCon 2017, but for now, at least, I don't want to spend much more time talking about this con since it's not really our main topic right now, but god, I mean, y'all know me, I just cannot resist the sweet siren song of a good tangent, so yeah, suffice to say, GoDaikoCon 2017 was a train wreck, Steven was involved, and knowing that he was so involved with this train wreck of a con
That's
in tandem with his
crazy,
horrible
what?
reputation, yeah, it didn't exactly inspire optimism in Anime Oklahoma's potential attendees.
Bro, are Oklahoma anime cons dead?
Noticed that a man called Hightower was listed as a moderator in the con's
Wait, what?
staff group, and this
Wait, I missed a banger joke. What did I miss?
sweet siren song of a good tangent, so yeah, suffice to say, GoDaikoCon 2017 was a train wreck, Steven was involved, and knowing that he was so involved with this train wreck of a con in tandem with his horrible reputation, yeah, it didn't exactly inspire optimism in Anime Oklahoma's potential attendees. It also
He's talking about the
didn't escape
Jane.
notice that a man called Hightower was listed as a moderator in the con's staff.
Oh,
group,
okay.
and this worried a number of people. In light of all this information, in particular about Steven, the con basically said, hey, it's all good, we had no idea, but you know, now that we do, they're gone. Instead, we're gonna get our money from a GoFundMe. JK, we found a new investor. Everything's cool now, so yeah. Carry on. But when people started asking about the new investor, not only was there no clear answer given, but at least one person was responded to with a legal threat. Many worried that this meant that Steven was still funding the con since, I mean, it's hard to imagine another reason why they'd respond so explosively. Things escalated to the point where Anime Oklahoma's Facebook page was completely gone for a while, and they'd later claimed that it was because their page got hacked. A claim which...
Hold on a second. You know, whenever something happens and, you know, something weird, like it always goes like this. Weird events happen, page or something is taken down or removed from the internet. Somebody says something or something, you know, page comes back or whatever, and they say page got hacked. People have to know that that is never going to work. Nobody will ever believe that. Ever. Like, why do people do this? Whoa! Oh man, you post this very, you know, very crazy thing or whatever after you have this huge controversy. Whoa! Plausible deniability. There's just, it's not plausible and it's absolutely deniable or not deniable. It's a lot more for best legal reasons for them for it. Oh. Okay, I guess I never thought about that, maybe. But like, do we really think investors are gonna really believe that?
Absolutely nobody believed.
A lot of people will believe this, that's why scams work.
The question on everyone's collective mind still didn't have an answer. Were Steven and Hightower actually gone? I mean, you know, the con said they're gone, right? So if they really are, then why is the con continuing to dodge the question? Footage from the dealer's room reveals booths that a number of people believe belongs to or are connected with Hightower and Steven. Hightower's booth is pretty visually distinct, and it's kind of blurry, but the one at the top very much looks like his. I'm less sure about the booth believed to be Steven's, as we don't exactly have a great view of it here, but at least in my opinion... God, I don't know. It looks like it might be his, or it might not be. Again, it's really hard for me to tell at this angle. In any case, to the farthest of my knowledge, nobody reported sightings of either Steven or Hightower personally at the con when it finally happened. I attempted to get in contact with Steven, AOK's original owner, and the owner after them to get answers for this whole thing. The first owner told me to contact the second owner, and when I said that I was looking for insights from around the time that the original owner was in charge, they stopped responding. The second owner simply never responded to me at all. And as
Oh.
for Steven, he claimed that he wasn't at A-OK and that the booth in the screenshot wasn't his business's. Furthermore, he alleged that he was going to invest money only and that he wasn't supposed to deal with any day-to-day operations, but that was withdrawn. However, a would-be staffer has alleged that at some stage, Steven did want some control over security, which led to this would-be staffer's resignation. This same would-be staffer alleged that Hightower was the one making legal threats using AOK's page. The closest thing to an answer that I've seen AOK give about the new investor was in a comment at the time, in which they alleged that multiple investors have heard about the convention's issues, and a few are interested in signing a contract to come and help support this first year and take over the show. In this same comment, they mentioned that the then-current director was stepping down, and in a follow-up comment, they also claimed that the incoming director asked Hightower to step down, and that he did so. Like I said at the beginning,
Okay, I mean,
cannot
that's a dub,
emphasize
I
enough
guess.
that this is just the condensed version of the story, and while I would love to go into more detail, there's still just so much vagueness about this situation that it's really hard for me to do so without more clear information. In any case, in a nutshell, that was the controversy surrounding AOK 2019. So, yeah, after Izumicon's implosion, things were not great for Oklahoma anime cons, and it made it
You hate to
much
see it.
harder to forget that Izumicon went out the way it did. It
Where
felt
are you
like we might
walking
be
right
feeling
now?
The reverberations
Is this the
of
Cox
its untimely
Convention
end
Center?
for, God, who knows how long. But for as chaotic as 2019 was for Oklahoma con-goers, it would, of course, be nowhere near as big as what was to follow. I'm sure I don't need to go into detail when I say that the pandemic changed everything for several people, and as far as anime cons go, most, or certainly all the responsible ones, I am looking directly at you, OkiCon. Yeah, do not think that I forgot how close you came to hosting an event in 2020. Anyways, the responsible cons didn't host events for most of 2020 and 21. And
Hey, they didn't do it though, so like they're
the
fine.
pandemic had changed so many aspects of life, let alone con going, that it's become increasingly difficult to see what is or feels different because of the pandemic, and what is or feels different because of the lingering ghost of Izumicon. That being said, I would like to end this section on a positive note.
All right.
So I will say that Tokyo and Tulsa, which is now called Tokyo OK, is undoubtedly the Oklahoma anime con that I've seen the most improvement in post-pandemic. Some backstory with me in this con: I went most years between 2008, which was its first official year, and 2014. I stopped going after that because I usually do panels at cons, and Tulsa is a bit of a journey for me, so badge reimbursement was a really big part of the equation for me, and their panelist reimbursement policy was pretty garbage for a while, so combined with the distance, it just was not gonna happen. But although their panelist reimbursement still definitely has room for improvement, I do see it being notably better than it was in previous years. And look at that, they're at a proper venue again. You know, I see them making positive steps, and I want to commend them for that. Right now, they are, without question, the most stable of Oklahoma's anime cons, and I definitely feel a lot more confidence in TOK now than I have in a very, very long time. When asked about the possibility that Izumicon could return, Faisal told me, "I don't think Izumicon will return. I still don't have the time or energy, and Dez is still the owner of the name and IP." Seeing as how Izumicon's absence is likely to be permanent, some local cons that aren't specifically anime-focused have done a great job of stepping up and picking up the pieces that Izumicon left behind. For example, Amber, again, SoonerCon's director of communications, told me, when Izumicon ended, some of those who volunteered and worked on that convention joined SoonerCon's ranks, and we dedicated more resources to anime programming. We placed more budget into anime voice actors and other anime-related guests, listening to the community for who they'd like to see. We've worked on various panels and content geared toward anime fans like teas, idols, J-Fashion, floor cosplay contests, skits, trivia, and games. While we will never be an anime convention, we strive to be a convention that brings all types of fandoms together. We hope we can fill a role for our anime community community, and they find other things to love about our convention as well. So with all that being said, I hope Izumicon's story is a worthwhile cautionary tale. There's plenty of lessons to be learned here, and I'd hate to see some other city lose its local con because of something like this. Furthermore, I also hope that I've cleared the names of Izumicon's former directors. They really don't deserve to have all the hard work they put into Izumicon invalidated just because of one tumultuous year that really wasn't their fault, so I urge you to keep that in mind if you ever think about it.
It's good.
And as
It's
for
good
Dez,
that they
as
are
far as I can tell,
like
Izumicon
that they're good, right? That they've come a long way.
seems to have been her last attempt at running a major event of any kind, or at the very least, that's the case as of when this video is being made. You know, one of the questions without answers that's still being discussed and debated a lot among people who are involved with the Izumicon is the question of to what degree was what happened to the con purposefully planned? Like, had Dez been knowingly laying the foundation for a Machiavellian plot to eliminate the con since day one? Was she painfully naive about the con organizing process and caught up in her own web of lies? Or, you know, maybe was she somewhere in between? Although everyone certainly has their own theories about it, the facts still remain obscure. And more than any other detail that I mentioned in this video, this is one that I think is going to remain a mystery until, or rather unless, Dez ever decides to take responsibility and do right by
the futon Roxette Shuriken guy in the back. Oh, that's tight.
She'll ever do that, I really don't know. But for what it's worth, I really and truly hope that she does. Oklahoma's con-going community is owed an apology and an explanation from her, not to mention refunds for the people who still haven't got them. Simply put, it's just the right thing to do, and truly, I hope that she realizes that, and even if she needs a little more time, I really hope that she acts on it. But in the meantime, you can rest assured that regardless of whether or not Dez is aware of why what she did was wrong, a large portion of the local con-going community, and even some people in the nationwide con-running community, are. For example, an anonymous con staffer from the East Coast told me, yeah, I recall Izumicon being discussed in a few con organizer corners with a mix of what the heck is going on here and yeah, this is a case study in what not to do reactions. If anything, it was just sort of a surprise that a con that had been around for a while would have this big a collapse. I can't speak for Dez specifically, but there are definitely some names that pop up when con runners talk to each other where they're not looked highly on. Some are cautionary tales, some are known bad actors who do questionable stuff that many of us wonder how they haven't gotten into financial trouble from poorly managing events or had a backlash from attendees. With a few exceptions, most con runners want to see other conventions succeed because we can learn from each other and make our own events better. No one con does everything perfectly. When one convention has a spectacular failure like that, it hurts the general public's trust in all conventions, even if there is no overlap in staff. So yeah, bottom line here is that I, for one, have a hard time imagining that any con is gonna knowingly put Dez in a leadership position anytime soon, and that goes double, nay, triple for any cons in Oklahoma. But anyways, I wanted to mention that radioactive status within the con organizing community and the fact that Dez doesn't currently seem to be active in con organizing because I really and truly do not want y'all to try and seek out Dez, her friends, or her family and harass them about this. Not only is that just a crappy thing to do in general, but, you know, frankly, since she doesn't seem to be active in con organizing anymore, it just wouldn't really accomplish anything. But if you really want to do something meaningful to help make the con running scene a better place, I'd urge you to instead do something like making a point of no longer attending the cons where problematic organizers are still active.
Listen, I'm not playing little legal games with little angry men. Use the 5G that coronavirus gave us to Google it. Has the spelling for his name been there? Has it been there the whole time? Gotta get rid of that.
So, God, on that note, I think I've said just about everything I wanted to say. I can't put into words how cathartic this was to work on and how unbelievable it is that it's actually done now. I want to thank everyone who helped me with this video, because just as there's a lot of info in this video, there's a lot of people who spoke to me, shared their insights, their screenshots, their photos, and so much more.
Oh,
A
it
lot of
wasn't
the information
actually?
in this
That's
video has
hilarious.
never seen the public before, so this video wouldn't even be a fraction of how great it is now if it weren't for all the wonderful people who replied to my weird and out-of-the-blue messages about Izumicon. So, you know, again, to all of you who replied and took the time to tell me about your experiences, thank you so much. I'd like to offer some especially big thanks to all the former Izumicon directors who helped with this video.
Oh man, I
Some of
can't
whom
wait for my
really
thank
went
you.
above and beyond in helping me out. From the bottom of
I
my
sure
heart,
can't wait
I
for
wanna
mine.
thank
Don't
you
worry, I'm
all,
gonna get a
not
card just
for
like
your
this.
help with this video, but also for making Izumicon a wonderful con year after year. I think it goes without saying that neither you, nor the con, nor its attendees deserve what Des did to the con, but you, the directorial team, especially didn't deserve it. You all did such a fantastic job with this con, so again, thank you so very
My boy Minato
I'd
would
also
never
like
do
to
that.
thank all of you, my wonderful viewers,
Oh,
for your
wait, that's me, but
absolutely
I'm getting a
profound
more
level of
specialized
patience
one,
for
right?
this
Like,
video. You know,
like
it
me
took
specifically,
way
right?
longer to make this than I ever expected when I originally set out to make it, but y'all have been very patient with me, and I'm very grateful for that. So thank you, all of you, for that. And finally, I hope I've answered the questions of anyone who was supposed to go to this con, because, as I'm sure you've noticed, it made a pretty lasting impact on everyone who was even sort of involved. Like I mentioned earlier, a lot of this info has never been super accessible before, and several of the people that I spoke to about this con were excited to see me working on this
Bro,
video.
what is this media player that they have on this projector right now?
Voila, now you
What
know
is it?
what
Oh,
happened.
it's 2009.
To be totally honest
Okay, it
with
makes
you,
sense.
I'm not really sure how to close a video like this off, so, behold, some old Izumicon programs and
Bro, where's my thank you?
So have
Oh,
you played the house in Fata Morgana yet? Because if you haven't, you should play the house in Fata Morgana.
why do I feel like you were talking to me specifically? Why do I feel like you were talking to me specifically right there? I think that's crazy. All right, hey, great video. Great video. That was my thank you. watch Fate House of Morgana. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, true. All right, now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull Kennedy into a quick call. Actually, hold on a second. Before that, I'm going to use the restroom, and then I'll pull Kennedy into a quick call. Okay, so I will be right back. right, I am back. Kennedy, pull up in my Discord and go to general chat. Pull up in the general chat. Talk to me and talk to the people. I think I have a few questions. I think. Oh, wow.
What do you want, coward?
Oh my god. That was so oh my god. My ears almost were decimated. Okay, all right. I'm gonna turn some things down. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Say words now.
For what questions have you awakened me from my slumber?
Okay. Is that better, or is she still too loud? Okay. All right. I'm gonna turn down more. Okay. So what do you mean somehow that's worse? That doesn't even make any sense. I turned it down. Okay. All right. Say more words.
Why do you hate Phi? Why are you such a coward?
Okay. I don't know if those are the words we need.
What's your problem? Who hurt you?
Is that better? What do you mean?
I mean, I can't hear myself. Y'all tell me.
Wait. Oh, that's so weird. Okay, it's going to two places. Okay, all right. Okay. I fixed it now. Okay, all right. Say more words now.
Why do you hate self-confident women? Alice did nothing wrong. Phi did nothing wrong. June did nothing wrong.
Is that what we're doing right now? Is that what's happening?
No, not at all. I'm just saying the first thing that comes to mind when I look at you. So.
Okay, all right.
We're testing the audio.
Can everybody hear her all right? But now she's talking from two places. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. Don't worry. I know how to fix that. Okay. I have truly fixed the issue now. All right, Kennedy. Here is the final. All right, here's your final chance to slander me while I test the audio.
Phi is not only the best character in Virtue's Last Reward, Phi is the best character in the Zero Escape trilogy as a whole. Phi is the best. Who hurt you? What self-confident woman hurt you?
Okay, all right. Okay, no self-confident woman hurt me. All right, the only thing that hurt me was the mother freaking bad way they have chosen to portray Alice. She could have been cool. All right, so she's good. She sounds fine. She's not too loud.
Fine? Cool.
God, yeah, I was getting destroyed. Okay, so my first question: what made you want to start talking about this initially? Like, what was like is it just like the allure?
I was screwed over. I said it in the.
Yeah.
So, I said this in the video, but I was supposed to be a panelist at the con.
Yep.
I've been going to this con since 2007. It's never been my favorite con, but it's always been my home base con. Because
Yep.
it was in Oklahoma City. It was in Midwest City. It was the closest anime con to me. It was my home base, and it's again, like I said in the video, at the time this was all happening so quickly, and none of the former directors or volunteers, none of them wanted to say anything. None of them wanted to go into detail about what was going on, because at the time everybody thought a lawsuit was imminent. So all the directors were trying to keep their heads down because they didn't want lawyers coming knocking at their doors and saying well, you said so and so on social media, you know what I mean? And Dez obviously still isn't talking about Izumicom. And it was just one of those things that it kind of occurred to me. It was about the 1 year anniversary of it happening. It occurred to me and I hate sounding like I'm tooting my own horn or something like that, but literally my thought was, if I don't try pursuing this topic, we will probably never know what happened. Nobody else is going to try looking into this, and I fear that if I don't look into this, nobody will. And there were personal stakes for me because I loved Izumicom. back in the day. So yeah, personal beef, I guess you could say.
Okay, I think that's fair. So I guess it was kind of said in the video, but was Izumicom like the, I don't know, almost like the centerpiece of anime in Oklahoma? Like, because
in central Oklahoma, yeah. So Oklahoma, historically, we've had, strictly in terms of anime cons, and I want to emphasize that, because even prior to everything I'm going to be talking about, we had things like SoonerCon and we had ThunderCon, but those were, sci-fi cons, Star Trek cons, etc. Strictly in terms of anime, all the cons we had up until 2007 were pretty small. The biggest con that was in Oklahoma at the time, like Anime Con, was Ronin Con, and I think, what was it, like 250, 300 people was, pretty typical attendance for them. Which, don't get me wrong, for a con, in Oklahoma during the early and mid 2000s, that's pretty good, but I mean, as evidenced by the fact that Izumicom got 1,000 people in its first year, obviously it could be better.
Yeah.
And so by the mid and late 2000s, Oklahoma had two anime cons. In central Oklahoma, you had Izumicom, and then a little up north in Tulsa, you had Tokyo and Tulsa. I couldn't tell you the attendance numbers they had year by year, but at least anecdotally, as someone who frequented both cons during this time, I think they were roughly on par with each other in terms of size. Even during their biggest years, I wouldn't say either of them was any bigger than a medium-sized con. But when you've lived in Oklahoma, when you live in Oklahoma, you want to go to a con that's like at least relatively close by. You don't want to have to go all the way to Dallas, where the big cons are. Well, okay, don't get me wrong. No, there are a lot of great cons in Dallas. You do want to go to Dallas, but
you
like,
don't want to drive. Yeah, you don't want to make that drive.
People want something closer, something local. And for a long time, Izumicom in Tokyo and Tulsa, that was it. And certainly if you lived like in Tulsa, I imagine Tokyo and Tulsa was probably the one you liked better. And likewise, if you lived in central Oklahoma, Izumicom was probably the one you liked better. And of course, you know me, I'm from central Oklahoma, so obviously Izumicom was the one I preferred. Well, that and the fact that, like I said in the video also, for quite a while, TNT's policies for panelist reimbursement were kind of garbage, but they're taking better steps. Still a lot of room for improvement. Currently their thing is you get a free badge for next year, which is like, well, that's great for next year, but I want one this year.
I kind of want one now,
Yeah, it's like, well, that'll be great for next year, but how about this year, the year that I'm trying to help you.
I wonder, like, throughout all this, Des was like pretty much just like a mystery, right? She kind of seemingly came out of nowhere in terms of, like, organizing the con and stuff, but it almost feels like it's hard to mess up this bad alone,
Well,
I kind of.
Oh, continue. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, it kind of feels like maybe there had to been at least like one or two more, maybe just one more, maybe like one or two more people that contributed to like the downfall of everything so hard. But obviously we don't have anything on that. But
well, no, it not really. It kind of was single-handed on Dez's part. Like I said in the video, there was a lot of distrust toward Dez really early on, and the directors were dropping like flies. There was a really high turnover rate, and even then, as we saw in the video, Dez wasn't really taking the advice of a lot of the former directors, so it just made that rift all the bigger. Even some of the, now former friends of hers that she brought on who, like, trusted her up until the very end when things were getting, too big to ignore, still reached that point where they were like, oh no, things are not looking good. So it kind of was single-handed on Dez's part. I I really don't know what else to say. Like, up until that point, Izumicon had been a pretty well-run con, and a lot of the directors who had been with the con had been with it for a while. Frankly, if any... I don't want to say if anybody else got the con, it would have been fine, but if just about anyone else would have got the con, I think things would have been fine. Certainly, I think that if any of the former directors who did try to get the con, I certainly think that if they were able to get the con, I think it would still be alive today. I think it would still be going great.
Actually, question. So I'm assuming, or I guess it has to be, right? The IP is, I guess, still with Dez?
Yeah. Dez still owns Izumicon insofar as that she owns the name, and I'm not sure of legally what else specifically she owns or whatever, but yeah, no, per what Faisal told me, yeah, Dez still owns the name Izumicon, so
Did anybody
unless...
try reaching out, trying to buy it back?
How? She closed her Facebook for a long time. She, you know, and certainly anecdotally, I can see that she doesn't like talking about Izumicon with people.
Yeah, I guess I was talking about like during that time when, like, you know, like after the Izumicon thing and people still could kind of somehow find her. I guess nobody like tried to reach out to her.
Well, no, nobody was able to. She closed her social media accounts, and for just about everybody, that was the only like avenue they had to contact her. The former friend I mentioned, you know, in the video, I think, I could be wrong about this, but I think she was the only one who, even when Dez brought her social media profiles back up, still had a way to contact her. And even then, as we saw in the video, there was still, you know, some hard feelings there between the two of them. But yeah, no, again, could be wrong about this, but I think everybody else except that former friend, I think that social media was the only consistent way to contact Dez that they had.
Gotcha.
So, certainly for the random con goer, that would have been the most obvious way to get a hold of her. And, you know, you can't find her social media profiles. I mean, what the fuck else are you supposed to do?
I know exactly what to do. Here's what you do. You literally just create Izumicon. And so if she says anything, or if her lawyers reach out to you or whatever, then you have some way to reach out to her. So the best way is to literally put yourself in a legally, what's the word? Like a legally weak situation, I guess. You know, you kind of make her come out like, yeah, send her lawyers after you, but hey, the lawyers, I don't know, maybe you can get like her business email or something. I don't know how it works. That's the only way. Create Izumicon to goad her to come out.
You know what? I think you should be the one to try to do that. I think you should put your
you
theory
think
to
so?
the test.
Bro,
I think so.
I'll do it. If I win the lottery, I'll call my stuff Izumicon.
All right, go for it.
I'll do it. And I'll win. You know what? I'll win the lawsuit because I'll have you on my side. You have all this evidence? Yes.
I'll be a guest. I'll be a guest at the first reinstated Izumicon. That'll goad her like no other.
Yes. All right. When I make that happen, I'll let you know.
Please do.
But all right, yeah, I think those are all of like the questions that I had. Hey, I appreciate you for being on. It was a great video. I'm glad I finally got to watch it like a good friend. Okay, spreading the word of your video. Obviously.
I got a question for you, actually.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm really curious, like, about your thoughts on just this whole situation, because you are in a very interesting situation. To me, you are from Oklahoma, and you're not plugged into the con-going scene, but you're not unplugged into it either. You know what I mean? And I don't remember if you saw me reacting to any of this in real time, because I remember at the time, certainly to anybody who would hear me about it, like, while it was going down. I wouldn't shut the hell up about it.
I
People would
remember.
be like, yeah, people would be like, "Hey, Kennedy, what's going on?" And I'd be like, "I don't know if the con I'm supposed to be going to is happening anymore. Am I doing panels or not?" That's what's going on. But
I do remember you talking about that.
Yeah.
A while back.
Yeah, I probably did. Again, I wasn't at the time. I was not able to shut up about it. But and to this day,
pretty
I'm
sure
still
you
not.
mentioned the video, and then you said like, "Oh, you didn't know if you're gonna do the video because of like legal stuff."
Well, at first I wasn't sure because when I was still in the early phase for the research of the video, I didn't know if there was like a reason that it never escalated to a lawsuit. You know what I mean? You know, and in the back of my head, I'm like, did it escalate into a lawsuit and I just didn't hear and it was settled at a court? That sounds like something that could have happened, because certainly taking this to court feels like a no-brainer. And it wasn't until I started you know, talking to more people that I learned, nope, never went to court because you know, money and resources. You
Yep.
know, again, one person did contact a lawyer, but when they saw how much the lawyer was going to cost versus how much, you know, money they lost, they were like, well, this isn't worth well, this isn't worth my time and
you're
money.
right. It really wouldn't be.
Yeah, and you know, that's something I feel like gets lost in a lot of conversations like these. Like anytime something like this happens to a con, unfortunately, that is something that I think a lot of people forget. Everybody is really quick to say, "Oh my god, well, why don't you just sue so-and-so con or the LLC that owns them?" And it's like, well, most of the people who volunteer, you know, most of the people who work this con, if not all of them, are volunteers. And even the people who were paying to be there, i.e. attendees, artists, vendors, you know, like, especially artists and vendors on the high end, they, you know, probably spent at least a few hundreds of dollars to be here versus the few thousands of dollars a lawyer would cost. So the sad reality is that more often than not, like, is a lawsuit even worth it? You know, I say more often than not, but I actually, I can recall in my head a few instances where con organizers have sued other people for superfluous reasons. Anime Matsuri. But I can't recall. Oh, full shade. Fuck Anime Matsuri. But I can't recall an instance of like something like Izumicom happening where the attendees all, you know, squat up to sue them. I can't recall that. That doesn't mean it hasn't happened, but just if it has, I don't know about it. But I digress. Getting back to my original point. You know, going into this video, you were vaguely familiar with this, but you didn't really have any personal stakes in it insofar as that you weren't someone who went to Izumicom, you weren't someone who really kept up with Izumicom, but you did have stakes insofar as that it happened in effectively your own backyard.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on learning about how cursed anime cons in Oklahoma really are.
So based on watching this video, it seems like the state of anime in Oklahoma is on a decline, and that's a little sad. But more thoughts on Izumicom. It is. It's not shocking. It's more surprising to hear that, you know, such a medium-sized con. I want to say big, but I guess it's not big. But
and it was big relative to other cons in Oklahoma, but the bar for that is low. Its only competition was TNT.
Yeah, it's interesting that I had not even heard of it before then. I thought it was relatively interesting. I was like, man, how does like, because it was like on the news, or actually was Izumicom on the news, or is that just TNT? Actually,
TNT was the one on the news.
Okay.
Izumicom had an article on the news, but I could be wrong about this, but to the farthest of my knowledge, I think it was on TV once ever so briefly that year, but that the news clip wasn't archived and that it was very short. The article was the most substantial thing left behind as far as the Oklahoma news outlets go.
Gotcha. I guess I'm just surprised that I'd never heard about pretty much any anime con until I was already in college and going up, mostly from you, pretty much. I think I had one friend who mentioned it. I can't remember if it was like right as I was going to college or when I was already there, but I had literally never heard of an anime con, so it is a bit surprising to hear that this was happening. No, I had no concept. I had no concept of any anime. The only kind of con that I had really heard of, just in general, it wasn't even like in Oklahoma. It was like Comic-Con, like just Comic-Con. The concept of Comic-Cons.
The sheer notion of Comic-Con. Well, Christopher, you know what that means.
What does that mean?
Texas has some really cool cons.
Yeah. I was at San Japan for Smash.
I've never been to San Japan, but I tell you what con I have gone to many times and that I love, and that I'm low-key trying to go back to in 2024. Christopher, we have to go to A-Con together.
A-Con?
A-Con.
Is that in Oklahoma? I'm assuming.
No, it's in Dallas.
Oh, okay. It's in Dallas?
It's in Dallas, and fun fact, A-Con was the very first con that I went to. A-Con 2007, that was my very first anime con.
Ooh, and that's actually crazy. 2007.
Yeah, I was 12 years old.
Your dad, your dad drove you, and
no, literally. Well, okay, yeah. My dad didn't drive me there. I went with a friend.
Okay.
I tell you what, though, you want to know a funny story?
Sure.
I don't remember if it was 08 or 09. It was one of those years. My dad did want to go with me because you know how it is. Dallas is fucking 3 hours tops. You can...
Yeah, from Oklahoma.
Yeah, from Oklahoma City. You can be there relatively quick. And my dad was like, fuck it. I would not mind going to Dallas for a weekend. And that was my Christmas and birthday gift that year, is that...
Oh, really?
It was, yeah, that my parents took me to A-Con. And my dad was on the con floor, checking things out. And I don't know who specifically it was, but a staffer or a volunteer it was a Philly cheesesteak, and they started choking on it. And and you know my dad, he's a nurse, and so he sees this going on, and he does the Heimlich maneuver on this guy. That Philly cheesesteak went flying out of his mouth miles away.
Oh.
And the guy was so grateful that he gave my dad a badge on the spot.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, the dude was like, no, it's true. He was super grateful, and he was like, "Oh my god, are you here for the con? What I'd love to, do something to thank you. Could I get you a shirt or a badge or something?" And my dad was like, "Oh no, I'm just here, basically just chaperoning my kid who's 13. Yeah, I would have been 13 if it was 2008. I'm just here chaperoning my kid." I'm just hanging around. I'm not, super duper into anime. I'm just here with my kid. And the guy's like, "Well, let me get you a badge. It's the least I can do. Just wait right here." And he had a badge, and he got a badge for A-Con that year. I don't remember if it was 2008 or 9. It was one of those years. It was definitely a year that A-Con was at the Sheridan, and it was not any year. It was not 2010 or 11 because I went with a group of friends those 2 years.
That's insane.
Yeah, there was a year my dad got into A-Con for free because he helped a staffer or a volunteer who was choking on a Philly cheesesteak.
You know what's crazy? Because he
Take
got
your CPR lessons, everybody.
He got in for free, but you didn't.
I still had to pay for mine. Well, I didn't, because again, it was being there. That was my my birthday Christmas gift wrapped into one. That was like this is your gift singular for the year. Don't come knocking at the door, you know, come the next gift giving holiday. This is the gift.
Did he get a 1-day badge or a 3-day badge?
Oh, I was there all weekend. I still have my programs from ACON. Every year I was at ACON except 2007, and I'm actually very salty about that. I don't know what happened to my ACON 07 program guide. I still have my badge. I have a t-shirt even, but I don't have a program guide, and I am always actively seeking out, and I will put this out there, I am always actively looking for an ACON 2007 program guide, and if anybody is willing to sell me one at a reasonable price, honestly, I want this one bad enough that I'm willing to pay a price that maybe isn't super reasonable. I will pay is my bottom line. I will pay, or I will also trade. I have other, like, I collect a lot of like old anime magazines and like old con programs. I have a couple of extra Otakon 04 and 05s. I am perfectly but I am perfectly willing to trade or pay if anybody has an ACON 2007 program guide that they would be willing to part with.
Well, we'll see if we can find that for you someday.
Oh, please. Oh, if you can find it, please let me know, because trust me, I am always actively on the lookout, and I've never seen one. It's weird looking for old like anime convention programs. You don't see people selling a lot of them, and I find that the overwhelming majority of the ones that people do try to sell, it's either it's either Otakon or Anime Expo, which, don't get me wrong, both two very big and probably cool. I have not been to either Anime Expo or Otakon.
But it's not ACON.
It's not my place to say if they're cool or not, but it ain't ACON, and yeah, ACON 2007, always on the lookout. But yeah, ACON is in Dallas, or the Dallas-Fort Worth area every year. Christopher, we have to go in 2024.
Hey. We'll see. That is the best I can give you. We'll see.
Because you're a minute away from Dallas-Fort Worth. It'll take you a minute.
I'm like 4 or 5 hours away.
Well, can you really? Who cares, man? You get to see me. You get to hang out with me.
Yeah, I mean, I would have free housing because I have a homie that lives down there, so like, that wouldn't be an issue.
Exactly. ACON 2024. Consider it.
We'll see. Do you have any more questions for me, Kennedy?
Why do you hate Phi? Why do you have such terrible taste?
Phi. You know why.
Why do you have terrible opinions? What self-confident, self-assured woman hurt you?
Phi is dumb, all right? The whole last timeline thing, it almost low-key solidified it. I'm just like, bro, what do you mean? She knows that I can see the stuff, but I don't understand, but she's blaming she was planning on leaving. Bro, what is this garbage?
It's not her fault. It's not her fault that you're too stupid to get it. It's not her fault that you're just fucking stupid.
And with that, I will say thank you so much, Kennedy, for joining the call. I appreciate you for your time. It was a great video, and thank you for answering my questions.
Thank you for watching the video. I know it's a hefty one, but I do appreciate it. I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it.
Oh, I know.
So thank you. Yeah. No, I know you know. You were y'all in the y'all really got the brunt of me just venting about how much of a pain in the ass this video was becoming. A pain in the ass that I'm very proud of, don't get me wrong. But man, working on it at the time was a hell of a chore. But I'm glad it's over now. On that note, I will let you get back to stalling on playing Celeste.
Yeah.
So
we stall on Celeste. Yeah.
Thank you again for watching the video.
No problem. Thanks for letting me watch it. You have a great night in chat.
You too.
All right. Yes. The homie really pulling up. Okay. All right. Dope. You could. Oh, are you saying I should play Yomi? Oh, yeah, I forgot Jean. Okay, hold on a second. All right. So, you know, I might not have to stall, or I might have to stall a little bit because, you know, Gene is supposed to be helping me. Marvel Snap, of course. You can rage at lockdown decks. Oh, Adam, wait, what were you talking about? This is your Kendrick Lamar's dad's working at a KFC store. What is that? Wait, what did you mean by that? What's going on? Rage at lockdown decks though? That does sound hype. All right, Gene streaming right now. Yo, okay, where the freak? How can I find his stream? Yeah, Adam, wait, what is that story? Oh, oh my God, Gene's so fast. Gene's already here in the server. Oh my God, Gene, you were so fast.
Did you see that? Did you see the final time?
There's a story that goes and tell me again because I
literally.
Oh
wait, hold on a second. Okay, that was weird. I just finished doing an interview on the video that I was watching. I literally finished that and just messaged you.
Okay.
What was the final time?
I'm going to send you a screenshot, and you can show it to your chat.
Bet. Send me this mother freaking screenshot.
Okay, my Discord audio source is broken.
Oh my God. Let's see. Okay. Oh wait. I think I can just do this. Just do this, right? And I just.
I'm sorry, everybody, if this blows your eardrums out. I'm going to try and change it as soon as possible.
Sure.
Oh God, that was hella loud. Okay.
Wait, why is it not showing? Wait, where is it? It's like not here. Okay, don't know what's going on with that. Okay, that's fine. I can figure this out. I'm built different. I can figure this out.
I believe. You're certainly hard-headed enough.
You think so?
Just plugging away at Celeste the video game for like
there we go.
Half a year.
Sheesh! Look at these times. Oh my God, 30 minutes and 55 seconds? Nah, you're crazy.
The sub 31's real.
Oh my God, how do you do it?
There's a story that goes and tell me again because I find this mind blowing.
Yeah, how do you do it? What's your secret?
I'm hard-headed.
Okay, Gene's got to get turned up. All right, bet. I will turn up Gene.
Celeste the video game. Hi, Newt.
Gene is now turned up. I turned up in the club.
Okay.
I'm still watching TikTok. No shot. Okay. All right. Let me. Oh wait. Oh no.
Now I have your chat open. Okay.
All right. So now, are you guys ready for finally Celeste? Gene, this is your dream come true. Me playing Celeste.
Yay! I get to bully you for your terrible practice habits.
Okay. All right. We're not here to bully. We're here to encourage. We're here to uplift, and we're here to help somebody get good at the game. Okay. So we're gonna pretend like all that other training I did was nothing. Okay. You're gonna get me good from scratch.
Okay. Where's my Discord so I can stream my screen? Okay, first of all, start off by running one checkpoint. This is what I do. Start off by running. I'm gonna use 1A. Start off by running one checkpoint.
You're very quiet on my end. Let me turn you up on my end. Not that one.
You might need to turn me up through Discord.
Oh wait, hold on a second. I got this. Okay, say words to me now.
Words. Hi. Hello.
Okay, say more words.
Oh my God, more words.
There we go.
Even more words.
Fantastic.
Okay. So, do one checkpoint run. So I'm going to do start. Create a save state at the start. Don't reset when you make a mistake. Do not.
Okay. Okay, all right. Well,
Okay.
anywhere? I guess I'm assuming city, maybe.
I'm doing city as an example,
Okay.
because it's so short. Like, if I did this in, say, Summit or Reflection, this would take 3 hours.
Okay. So you
Okay,
want
I made a
me to
mistake there. I made a mistake in this room. This is a room that I need to practice.
Oh wait, I'm dumb. I was definitely not looking at your screen. I'm not even correct. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. And then let me
Mimi, I would teach you in a heartbeat. You just need to let me know. Okay.
We're gonna pop this out. One second, I gotta pop this out.
Imagine streamers ready for what they were planning on doing.
Well, you popped up so quick. I was gonna do some great things. Okay, let's see.
But no, Mimi, you're very special. No Sag, no B Sag.
Oh God. Okay, not this one. Not. Okay, we're gonna do this display. There we go. All right, here is Gene's screen. Okay.
Okay, so, run one checkpoint. The goal here is to see which rooms you're having trouble with. Okay, I messed up this room. This is a room that I need to go over.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And then I would go to that room, which was this one. And I would just, set a save state. Actually, you want to do it from the room before, so this one.
Yep.
And you want to mesh it in, with the entrance for the next room, right? So you see how I did the movement from, exiting the last screen till up here?
Say that one more time.
You saw how I did the movement from here.
Yeah.
To right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's meshing the rooms together, so that you're not practicing one room over and over and over and over again, to the point that you don't know how to react once you actually get past it in a run. So you know how to do the next room. You're doing a part of one room, a full room, and then the part of the next room. And I like doing this until I get it 3 times consistent.
So you said you like to do yours about 3 times or whatever to show that, like, okay,
yeah,
I can do this.
And then once you practice that, go back, do another IL, another checkpoint.
God.
I messed that up, so I need to go back and practice that. And you'll do this until you can get the checkpoint cleanly, like 2-3 times in a row.
So,
and then
the initial time, I go through this whole thing without stopping one, just so I can know where I messed up on each one.
Yeah, even if you die, just try and continue.
Okay.
Thank you, Mimi. Thank you for the good luck. And then you'll do it for this room. A big spot that I've been having trouble with is here.
Same.
No, well, not there. This.
Oh.
This.
Oh.
That.
Yeah, same. Yeah, same. Yeah.
Then from if I want to practice that.
Right there. What is this? How are you doing this?
What, right here?
Yeah, like when you go into the next room, you're like.
I do an instant hyper.
Ah, okay.
And then
Gotcha.
smack into the wall.
And then just like pull off.
Yeah, and then fall to the side.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm using the spikes as a visual cue for when I need to down dash. Or down right.
Oh, I just go on hopes and a prayer.
Don't do that. That's how you ram your head into a brick wall.
Hey, that's my favorite.
And I do that for each and every chapter. Now, for you, I want you to just like go through, learn your strats. Do them 3, 4 times, 5 times per room. And then once you're done, try and run an IL. See what you remember. If you don't remember it, go back and learn it.
Just to be clear, an IL is just like the full like
individual level.
One level of this, right? Okay. Or is the IL just like a room, or is that called something different?
No, IL is individual level. So for Celeste, it would be 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 5B, so on and so forth.
Okay, got it.
Gally in my chat says he goes on hopes and prayers too, my man.
I do. You know, it's tough out here. You know, sometimes I just have to just believe that way. All right, so what's up?
So you're not doing this for speed.
Yes.
That isn't the goal. The goal is consistency. You can improve speed a number of various ways. The goal is consistency and knowing instinctually what you have to do for every room. If you don't know that, you're not going to play very well.
You know what? Let me write that down. Let me actually write that down. So, practice for consistency, not speed.
Practice to play better.
Will come later. Consistency.
Speed will come as a result of consistency. It's not the goal. Consistency
will let you
goal.
Play better. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And do this until you, or if you're having trouble with a room, try and understand the room. So I was having trouble with this.
Oh wait.
And I had to sit here on this ledge doing a reverse hyper, going for a HCB, horizontal corner boost, until I figured out, hey, I'm an idiot. I need to hold jump. That not holding jump is killing me. And it's a lot of that. It's a lot of just like stuff that you don't think about. And because you don't think about it, it aggravates you, or it aggravates me.
I just want to be angry. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me. I guess. Do you want me to give it a shot?
Yeah. Do you have your stream open?
Of course I do. My stream's always open. Except, you know,
when it's not.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let me. So you said start. So you said create a save point right here, right?
Or open your stream on Discord.
Oh, on Discord. I thought when you said is your stream open,
If I was watching your stream on Twitch, it would be like delayed, and I'd be like, "Hey, do this here," and then you're like, "I'm not even there anymore."
Okay, I guess I'll. Discord is unable to stream your application due to missing permissions. Grant Discord. Does it matter if I stream with or without sound? Do you care?
I don't care.
Okay, all right. I'll just click without sound, I guess. I don't know. It might be better. All right. So can you see it? Can you see the screen? Is it working?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. So now I will learn my strat, and I will bang my head against the wall. Because when we were playing Yomi, so I can forget with intention for me the hardest part of the city. All right. Let's see. What's up?
Oh, I was about to talk to Newt. For the first corner boost, it's pretty important that you do the super neutral, and then right after you finish the super, you start holding right.
I have a question.
What's up?
So when I'm doing this practicing, like when I mess up a room, am I supposed to stop and write down which room so I can remember, or?
If you need to do that, then yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay. So let's see. How do you name rooms? Do they have names?
I do checkpoint name or checkpoint. Well, yeah, checkpoint name and then room number.
Okay.
So this is start 1, and then the next room will be start 2.
You said it's called what 1 and what 2?
This is like the this checkpoint start. That's why learning the checkpoint names are kind of important for practice sakes.
Okay. I guess room 1. I guess
this would be city start 1.
City start 1. Okay.
Yeah. Open your debug map real quick.
Yes.
Okay, scroll up. The room that you're in is city start 1.
Yeah.
When you see a green box in a room, that means it's the start of the next checkpoint, so scroll up.
Oh.
Scroll up.
Oh, this one?
Do you see that green box? Up. Over 3 rooms.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, that's the start of crossing, and then scroll up.
Okay. Whoops. Okay, I all of a sudden can't figure it out. Okay. And then this one?
Yeah, that's the start of chasm. So, start, crossing, chasm are the checkpoints for 1A.
Start, crossing, and chasm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why is the name not labeled anywhere?
Because this is debug. This is not base game.
Ah, okay. Got it.
They have mods to actually name the rooms.
Ooh. That would actually be low-key kind of nice. Okay. Alright, cool. So I'm in City Start 1.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so if I'm doing this, I am going to just play until I mess up. And when I mess up, I will stop so I can write down where I messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. City Start 1. Alright, cool. We already knew that one. Oh, I guess. Well, no. I guess I should do the full room first, right? Or the full run first. Okay.
I would.
And then go back and start practicing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I got it now. So City Start 1, and then City Start 2 and 3. So basically the whole thing.
So far, yes.
And we jump back over here. All right, City Start 4. Incredible.
Doing it like this is kind of not realistic because like you're breaking up your game flow.
Is there a better way that I should do it?
Honestly, just try and remember the rooms as you're playing.
Okay, all right. Well, then I will try and just remember the room. You know what? I'm not using the D-pad right now. That's probably my biggest issue.
Imagine not using the D-pad.
I was just using the stick.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3 look kind of rough, and then 5. No, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yep, it's all.
You finished the checkpoint, dude.
Wait, what? What happened?
You finished the checkpoint.
Oh, is it? Oh, wait, is this where it is?
Yeah, that green box.
Oh.
That's the room with the reverse hyper corner boost.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Whenever you see that mountain logo, that's a.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, wait. I thought I was supposed to do the full IL first and then go back, right?
Do it checkpoint by checkpoint first.
Okay, checkpoint by checkpoint, and then okay.
Break it up into small chunks, and then you can piece it together. Because like if you just try and go one room after another trying to fix mistakes, you're never going to. And after you work on run start ILs. That's when you'd want to start timing it to see if you're hitting your normal times.
Okay.
That's when you start working on speed.
When I finally get through my ILs.
When you get through your checkpoints.
I'm sorry. I meant checkpoints.
Yeah.
Okay.
A good bit of your issues on start is like you don't have set in stone strats. If you want to just like if you just want to, what's the word that I'm looking for? Improvise your strats, that's all good, but like you need to be fantastic at improvisation.
I think I do have like some strats, like at the beginning. I know I want to do the corner boost right here. God dog. I want to do this corner boost right here, and then I want to do the whole thing where I go up there and then I whatchamacallit. Yeah, okay, I do the wall jump.
Then you do need to you need to start working on why is this corner boost not working for you?
This corner boost is not working because I'm jumping too soon usually at the beginning, and I'm not jumping right, I think, when I hit this wall.
Are you holding left at the start of the dash?
I don't think I am generally. Wait, you said left or right?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
To get the corner boost to work, you need to neutral super into instantly holding right after the dash is done.
Oh!
That's the kind of things you need to look for when you're trying to practice. Like mindfully practice. Don't just like go over and over again mindlessly.
Oh my god. So I guess it's also hard with me because I don't understand things conceptually. But
Dan, I don't know how people can play Celeste on analog either.
That's just the way to go. We're just built different. Okay.
I'm sorry, CB. You are not one of the gamers like I don't know, Ethan's fight.
Who?
They are built different. Ethan's fight. Top 10 Celeste 80% on analog.
I am about to prove everybody the mother freak wrong, okay?
Bring it.
I'm about to prove everybody wrong. You don't think I can do it? You know what? That's all good. I don't need people to believe. Just know that I will. Oh, okay. I'm learning.
I have seen that guy. He is awesome.
Who playing Celeste on a DDR pad? What?
Yep.
Is not it Chris even for life?
not just the DDR pad, like the actual DDR, like from a machine. That pad.
Oh my god. This guy sounds like a goat.
He is. It's a really cool playthrough. Okay, so you're still failing the strat. This is one of the more annoying strats for start. There you go.
Yeah. Like that, right? That's how.
Yeah,
that's
that looked
supposed
good. That looked good.
God, dog.
That wasn't a super.
That wasn't a super?
On the third platform.
This one right here?
Yeah, that was just a dash and then a jump.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because it didn't have the rings on it. Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Okay. There we go. God, dog. All right, I'm really starting to pick this one up. No, I shouldn't have said anything. So when you're typically, you know, doing strats that you just keep messing up on, how long do you usually go, like, stay on them before you just say, okay, I'll have to come back to this one a little bit later?
If there's a decent alternative, I'll probably usually switch like straight off of it. But if there is no good alternative, I'll stick onto it until I get it. Like, watch my stream real quick.
Yeah.
There's this thing in 3A, Shaft.
Mm-hmm. Oh! Oh my god!
That, like, it's doable, but there is nothing even close to that that's easier.
So you're forced to do this strat essentially to get the most out of this room.
Yeah.
Time-wise.
This is how I PB'd Resort in the run that I got just before we got on call with each other.
Weren't you supposed to be doing part of the next room too? Yes, that is true. But I guess in this room, the initial thought is to get an actual strat down first.
Yeah, and then you can mesh it in with the next room.
Yeah. So once I have this strat down in this room, then I can start meshing it. Just like my great tutor Gene told me. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna try and go with the Gene method of doing 3 times in a row and then moving on to the next room. Because I think that'll be a solid way to go, I think. Oh god. Already not off to a good start, to be honest.
And
2?
No! Octavian, it can, but there are some caveats to that. Demo hypers act slightly different from regular hypers. But in most places, yes, you can just replace a hyper with a demo hyper and be okay.
Yes. All right, 3 times in a row. All right, so that's cool on 1A for right now anyway.
Okay, so when you want to start meshing the rooms together, you want to go when you can just stop holding inputs and you'll be good. Hello? And for this room, it'd be right here. I need to set a save state.
The save state would be right at the end over there. Okay.
Like I can, my hands are off my keyboard, so that's where you want to stop.
I guess I would also need a strat for this because I don't think I actually have a concrete strat for this room. I think I just do the easy thing where I get up here and then I just kind of just dash the spring and just jump off. I think that's my strat.
There are a lot of garbage in this next room.
Like, oh god. all this stuff just looks so hard right now. I'm having such a fun time figuring out what cable on a PC goes where, which goes where. Yo, just watch the Linus Tech Tips video, like the last PC building video you'll ever need. I'm sure they'll show you in there. Okay, so you're doing like a reverse hyper, like into a B hop or something.
No, this is just a one frame hyper B hop.
Okay. And you're trying to jump on like the end of the spring, I think. Oh boy. You're going so fast. Okay. So let's see. So if I'm up here, oh god, okay. Well, there's no way I can do this right now.
But the easiest thing for me is just wave dash on entry. Corner boost off of this corner. That gets you to here, do a full height jump, and then right dash.
Do that one more time. Wait, that's the easier one for you? The reverse?
It's not a reverse, it's just a wave dash.
Oh. Okay, the way it looked before, I guess I wasn't seeing the jump. Okay.
Here, I'll show you from entry. Of course, Octavian.
Okay, so it's the corner boost that's gonna. Okay, it's the corner boost that's going to hurt me. So you do something like. Hot dog.
Hold the jump.
Oh, like that.
Like that. Exactly like that. Yes.
That might have been a very slight accident. Oh, okay, man, that one was just me being the GOAT.
And remember, all corner boosts are buffer jumps. So if you don't get the corner boost, either one of two things happens. You were at the wrong height, or you didn't buffer the jump.
Yeah. Okay. I definitely did not buffer the jump. Okay.
Hang in the air for a little bit so you can actually make the clean landing up top.
Hang in the air?
Mm-hmm.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Okay, I didn't hang in there.
Accidental manual demos are hilarious, dude.
I'm still doing that just a little too fast. Okay. You know, yeah, this. Oh. Okay, I'm just doing it way too fast, I think. Because I'm pressing the button, but I'm pressing it way too early.
Yeah.
For the most part. There we go. I need to delay it. Yeah.
Okay.
Very
now you need to do that, but from entry.
Oh,
because it's
from entry, bro. I got that.
It's slightly different from like where you are.
I'm built different. Okay. Okay. Well, apparent. Oh no!
That was a hyper, by the way. That was not a super.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I messed up right there. Okay. God dog, okay.
Super.
Oh, of course I wasn't sitting there just hypering the whole time. Oh no, you're right. Okay, so from entry I have to
wave dash.
Yes.
Come on, dude. You're a Smash player. You know how to wave dash.
I did it! God dog.
Perfect.
You know, actually, I had it right there. Oh.
Wrong height.
Wrong. Oh, that was just straight up wrong height.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, but I didn't hang in there long enough. Yes! Success!
Now you need to do that 3 times.
Well, we're already off to a bad start again.
This is part of like how I memorize stuff.
Hot dog, this is. This is hard. This is nerve-wracking. Oh!
If you're thinking this is nerve-wracking, wait until you get to 7A, 6A, and 7A.
Oh, this is gonna be
when deaths actually matter.
Wait, do they not matter at this early stage?
Early game really doesn't matter if you have a decent late game.
Got it. Wait, actually, in the newest world record, are there any deaths in there?
I think there's 5.
That's crazy. You know, I feel like when these people are like all so good, I feel like death would be eliminated from the Celeste consciousness. You know?
No, that ain't happening. That ain't happening.
Oh.
Celeste is still a hard game. Celeste is still a brutally hard game.
When do you think they will like all deaths will be eliminated from, like, I guess, a world record run?
When the world record holder is a legit android.
Oh my god. It's a legit android. Okay. Oh, why am I being bad? Oh, I'm sorry. Why is Celeste being a bad game?
I can't even.
Okay. Wait, what am I doing wrong on this wave dash right now? Okay.
That was a non-buffer jump.
Oh!
For corner boost to work, you have to anticipate when you need to actually buffer it, because like you can buffer too early.
I know, and that's what I'm doing. I keep buffering too early. I'll help that along. Not about being the most active chatter is great. Hey. Okay, what? My chat's going crazy right now with getting Nightbot to get involved. Oh, I'm bad. What? Did I not delay that enough?
I don't think
Did I not
you
buffer it?
I don't think you held jump. This is where having multiple jump lines helps. Another thing for the second room, if you are too far to the right, the corner boost is impossible.
Oh, if I'm like too far, like over here, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And the way that I set up the distance is I do a neutral wall kick, like to exit.
A neutral wall kick.
Do you see it's giving me the same location?
Yes. So you just do one of these. Like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I need to be doing this neutral wall kick and landing right there. Okay.
Well, you don't
All right.
want to land, but yeah.
Yeah, I want to wave dash or whatever, but I want to be that general like distance. No. No, I didn't jump. That's insane. I think I've forgotten how to play the game.
Welcome to Celeste, where you rust immediately. Rust mid-play session.
That's what it feels like.
Later,
it feels like. Oh, what? Oh, Newt. All right. Peace out, Newt. Hey, thanks for stopping by and hanging out. All right. Unfortunately, you're leaving when I finally start playing Celeste. You hate to see it. Okay. Close enough. I love it when my controller does like up and left. You know, it's my favorite. It's my favorite one for no reason.
Blaming the controller now. You
Yes, yo me soon. I will 100% blame the controller when it is in the wrong. It is never me, only the controller.
No, the real villain here is Smash destroying all of the controllers.
Hey, I have never ever destroyed one of my controllers ever. Not well. I mean, I haven't destroyed it in anger or anything like that.
Are you telling me you haven't wore out a controller from playing Smash?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was like, well, I've never destroyed it from being angry, like, you know, destroying it or whatever. But from normal play, well, yeah, stuff like that has happened. Because, like, man, my control stick is like a prime example. It's always like destroyed. That's why I have like a different control stick right now. It's like a special stick. It's called a spicy stick. It doesn't have like rubber. It's like a hybrid resin kind of thing or whatever, and it
like
feels
a
nice.
grippy resin.
Yeah, and so it doesn't rip or whatever, and I feel a grip, and so if my hands get sweaty, it can stay. Well, if my thumb gets like sweaty or whatever, it'll like stay on the controller. I would say it might be rough on your thumbs, but my thumbs have been calloused over 10 years at this point of rough playing, so that's not an issue for me. There we go. That's not what we like to see. Oh, I'm gonna be stuck on this room forever. I can't stay consistent.
Okay, pop quiz. What are you doing wrong?
So it's a few things. One, randomly when I get up to the top right before I go into the next room, sometimes I hit I guess up and left. I don't even know how that's possible. I don't know what's going on. That's why I think it's a controller.
You want to focus on fixing that issue, and once you get that fixed, you can move on to fixing the issues in the second room.
Like it's weird with this one because like I feel like it's just being more precise with a button press. It's not necessarily I'm doing something. I mean, I guess it is something I'm doing wrong, but it's not like a technical issue. It's like, what? It's like I know what's going wrong, and I just have to press the button. It's not like oh man, I need to memorize, you know, this complex set of inputs. It's like just press up and left, press up and right, you know. It's just me coping, I guess. I guess it's something I do.
That's
need to work
a
on.
major cope.
Yeah, okay. I can recognize that.
But yeah, once you can do the room decently, then you can focus on fixing the next room. This is why I like playing on keyboard so much. It's a lot harder to miss input, unless it's like mental lag. You're too far right.
Yeah, that one was way too far. I didn't get the neutral jump on that one. Yeah, that's why I've low-key been thinking like, yo, maybe I should take some time to learn the keyboard, you know?
If you learn keyboard, spend a lot of time working on your binds to where it's comfortable for you.
Yeah, otherwise I'll get like carpal tunnel. Okay. Okay. No, please. I know what I'm doing wrong. Okay. I need to intentionally remember to delay the buffer so I can actually get the corner boost. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Oh God, I'm gonna end it all.
That would end your Celeste playing, and we can't be having that.
That is true. That is facts. Hold on a second. Okay, so I understand everything now. Except that, of course. Except holding the button. I can feel my soul leaving my body every single time I miss this corner boost.
Watch my stream. This is something I feel like you're having trouble with.
My soul leaving my body?
Yes. Check out the height that I'm doing whenever I'm doing this. Like when I'm starting the wave dash.
Yep. You're getting some pretty good height.
It's not that it's good height, it's that it's consistent.
Oh, well, that was obvious from this. Yeah, you're getting that every single time. Yep.
You want to make as many things the same as you possibly can in a game like this. So that consistency, it's good for you.
Is my height? Oh, I guess the height when I start the wave dash might be differing.
Yeah, and that's throwing off your trajectory.
Okay.
That would have worked, you just didn't buffer the jump.
Yeah. So if I'm doing it, I probably want to start mine at the height of my jump.
Yeah.
Oh no! I didn't have any.
Back. This is a hard strat because, like, you have to go back and forth between holding jump enough to get your dash back, or pushing off the jump input to get your dash back, and actually getting high enough to actually do the corner boost.
Oh, I'm still tabbed in the Discord. Okay. Yeah. That is something that I noticed, because like it's like the alternation between like the jumping when you need to jump, and then also for the corner boost, but also still keeping the dash. I was just like, man, that is a lot to keep track of. It's a good thing I'm a Smash player. So consistency is something that I know. Okay, that's one. Back to 0. Oh! Bro, I'm telling you, it's the controller. You know, Celeste has way too much tech in this game, you know?
What are you talking about? There's hardly any tech compared to other speed games.
Is it that much less? It feels like
it's a
so
lot
much.
less. It's just that all of the tech feeds into each other, so it feels like a lot.
I guess. Ooh, that was kind of clean. Okay. Every time I get it one time, I immediately mess up going back to room 1. Immediately.
And this process is only gonna work if you play the game outside of stream. Like, you have to put a little bit of time into this. Okay. And if you're having trouble with a strat, say this corner boost doesn't work for you in like aisle runs, change it. Like, do something like this.
So you're saying don't get stuck on the strat because you like doing that strat.
Yeah.
It's better to do something that will actually work for you so you can progress and
yeah,
get better.
You need to get a run in. You've been working on this for like a year.
I have a run, just an unofficial one, but I did do one for the whole game. But yeah, you are correct though. I need to get like an actual like good run, something that I can hopefully submit, you know? Because I have been running this game for a long time. Okay. I'm getting a better feel for it now. Yes! Yes, I did it 3 times in a row. Let's go!
Nice.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the restroom and then I'll work on the next part. BRB.
Take your time.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back, and I am ready. I am ready to do the next strat. Okay, so I think the next one is just me going upward and then just going into that room and yeah, just doing that. Oops. Okay, and then I will create a save point right here. Oh my god. Okay.
Good save state.
Look at that. You see that consistency?
That's what you're working on. And that good shit. There is something that you're missing about that wall bounce. It needs to be a really high wall bounce.
This one? Oh, okay. Just like that.
Exactly like that.
I feel like I can. Okay, yeah, I can't make it. I just have to hold it just a little longer. Incredible. Okay, why did I mess that up? I messed that up because I held down? Question mark.
Late jump. It was a late jump. You didn't get hyper speed.
Oh, it was a late jump. Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see. Oh, why am I not making? Oh, why am I not making it all of a sudden?
Because you're doing the wrong strat.
Am I?
Okay. Was you going for this?
Whoa! What are you going for? Oh, well, I wasn't trying to do that little wave dash at the end.
It's not really a wave dash. It's just a dash along the platform.
Yeah, I was just trying to just land and then just jump and go up, I guess.
For that to work, I don't actually know how you would need to do a demo.
So in your strat, you just dash off of it again?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Okay. All right, that is, okay. Yeah, I can do that. That doesn't sound too bad. Let's see. So it's just, whoop. Oh, well, just like that. No.
You need a dash from high enough so that you can actually land on the platform.
Hot dog. Okay. How am I not making it? Hot dog. I can. Am I just like not far enough on this platform?
You have to be on coyote time. Like, that's extreme coyote time. That's why I don't like it.
Why do I keep grab? Oh, is it because I'm holding grab? That's why I hold on to that sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. I don't like that strat. It's actually slow, I think.
Is it?
Because you don't have momentum to get up to the right.
Well, then what strat do you do? Ah, okay. So instead of landing on, you just dash on. Okay, all right. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. I understand everything. I understand nothing, apparently.
Okay, I'll be right back, though.
Okay. Oh god, this is going to kill me. Incredible. Okay, all right. I can probably do that. Okay, well, not if I keep messing that up. There we go. Okay. So let's go back a little bit. Oh. There we go. Oh. I need to get my entry down from there. Oh, so close. Yeah. Crash. What? Why am I not making it up there? What's happening? Oh, garbage. Why am I not hitting that? All right, incredible. I'm just bad. There we go. Oh, okay. Well, it is kind of about time for me to stop. So you know what? I will just go back to the beginning and just try and do just a quick little run to get up to this little point right here. Okay. All right, cool. All right. Well, I think we're pretty good right here for now, honestly. Unfortunately, Gene is missing. Yeah, that was pretty nice, honestly.
Yeah. Your dad was working at.
Oh, are you back, Gene? Okay. All right. Oh, actually, you know what? Before I go, let me look at this video of whatchamacallit, of what Adam was talking about with what's his face dad, because I had not seen this. Okay, that's the 4K screen. Okay, that is. Bro, why does it keep like not fixing itself? What is going on with this? I'll have to fix that later. But in the meantime, I'll hit the other things right here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, cool. All right, let's see what Adam was talking about before. Play. Maybe.
There's a story that goes, and tell me again, because I find this mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Your dad was working at KFC.
Yep.
Top Dog went in to rob KFC.
Mm-hmm.
Is this right? Because you've written songs about this.
Yeah.
And he meets your father. And Top Dog's got a gun. Your dad somehow thinks, I don't want to get into any shit with this guy. I'm going to charm him. I'll even offer him some free KFC. And maybe, right, and maybe he'll, won't get violent. And Top Dog liked your father.
Okay, I'm back.
And did not rob the KFC because of your dad.
What?
And now you're working with Top Dog.
Funny how life is, right?
Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
That is the craziest story I've ever
Nah,
heard.
it's the craziest story.
Yeah.
Have you sat with Top Dog and said, what the fuck?
Yeah, man.
That's a crazy story. All right. Yo, Gene, are you back?
Hi.
Oh, okay, bet. Yes. All right. So I did a little run and stuff while you were, or like a little, I was able to master that one part that I was having trouble with. So next time we will work. Well, there's like 2 other rooms before the what's that checkpoint called? It was called Crossing. Yeah. The 2 rooms before crossing. That's what I need to work on for next time. So next Tuesday we will have a full 3-hour session, me and you, and grinding. All right.
let's get you a start time that you can be proud of. For example, my gold for start is something like 15 seconds point xxx, whatever the decimals are. I have a 15-second start.
Okay, that's insane, but
let's get you an 18-second start to start out with.
Okay. We could probably make that manageable. And yes, Adam, I am doing 3 hours of Celeste. And I am doing that. I mean, next Tuesday is the 26th, so I should be streaming on the 26th. I don't see why I wouldn't be. Probably. Yeah, I think so. So
And
so if you're free next week, then yeah, you
yeah,
hop in.
I should be free. Just make sure that you do like 20 minutes a day of upkeep on the strats that that you've learned.
Okay.
Upkeep
I
will
will
get
try.
easier when you get like when you start doing runs. I do at least one run a day, like when I'm grinding, to upkeep my consistency.
I will attempt to do 20 minutes a day of consistency. I don't know how well that'll work, but I will give it a good attempt.
CP's chat, how much do y'all believe him?
They believe me 100%. Like, oh, and Adam, am I streaming Christmas Day? Hey, if nothing's going on, who knows? Anything is possible. Oh. Okay, don't say 0%, Dan. You believe in me like at least a little bit for 20 minutes, right? Just want to make sure. It's a busy time for a lot of people. Oh yeah. Don't worry. And you know, when I stream, you guys will know. But I should be streaming at least next Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, so Adam gives you 1%, Joseph 3.
Joseph is being
generous.
Yeah, generous. He's being super generous.
Nah. I don't know about a full Santa suit, Adam. I might be able to get a hat though. Maybe. I think he'll do it for some time and fall off. Look at my chat being non-believers in me right now. You know what? Nah, freak you guys. Okay, I'm gonna try and do a little 20 minutes. And you know what? You know what I'll do? When I do my 20 minutes, I will go live for 20 minutes just to practice my Celeste on stream. You know what? Nah, freak you guys. Just so you know that I will be doing it.
Okay.
Just so you know.
I'll hold you to it. I'm honestly on chat side right now. I'll believe it when I see it.
All right. Well, you know what? When I go live for 20 minutes tomorrow, when I should be actually working at work, you know what? Hey, it's all good. It's all good. There's gonna be no announcement. I'm just gonna go live. Okay, so if you have your notifications on your phone, you'll see me.
make sure that the VODs get posted.
Don't worry, they will. All my VODs get posted on my VODs channel, so you'll see it.
Okay.
Nah, freak you guys. I'm doing 20 minutes again. I'm doing 20 minutes at least every day.
Your stream time on your analytics is gonna go crazy.
Yeah, honestly, true. It will. Okay. All right. So wait, hold on. Say that means like every single stream, I'll have to start off with like 20 minutes of Celeste practice because I thought every time you go live, it takes more than 20 minutes to start the game. It takes, you know, it one time when I start stream on Tuesdays, I start Celeste pretty much every single time except for today. Like I start immediately. There's no wait time. Like I just start streaming and just immediately start playing Celeste. I give you guys a full 3 hours every time. All right. So
okay, I'm probably gonna hop out of here.
Hey, thank you again.
Appreciate it. I have a video to upload and submit.
Hey, all right, yeah, go for it. Yes, do it. I appreciate you for your time. This is actually really helpful. All right, I need somebody to give me that little kick in the pants. All right, and I think your training strats will be helpful to me, and hopefully I will be able to do 20 minutes of practice a day. So I appreciate you for your time. Thank you.
What is your PB so far? Like, what is the unofficial run that you did?
I'll have to go back and look at it. I actually don't remember what it was.
Okay, let me know.
All right, will do. All right, thank you so much. I will talk with you later, homie.
Later.
Oh no, I don't actually know how to leave. Oh no, I'm a boomer. I'm a boomer through and through. Oh no. All right. Hey. Last week it took an hour. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the stream. It was a lot of fun. I had to watch a great video with Kennedy. I'm glad we got to watch that. Got to ask her some questions. Glad I got to work with Gene on some Celeste stuff. Hey, we're back at Adam's favorite part. We're back in City. We're back in level 1 again. Yes. Adam's favorite part. I know Adam loves it here, okay? Doing Celeste for over a year, and we're back in level 1, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, no problem, Kennedy. Yeah, it was a good time. When you make your next video, hey, we're very likely going to watch it again. It was the first time I'd seen the video. What? Huh? Wait, so you don't like watch over your videos like again before they're published just to make sure everything's all good? That's crazy. It was a really good video, so you should be proud of it. Yes. All right. I'm getting out of here, guys. You all. Oh, next video in January? All right, I'll keep it noted. But this one was sold. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. All right, I'm getting out of here. You guys have a fantastic night. I will see you all tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. CST for the 3-hour banging my head against the wall session in Zero Escape. I'm pre-warning, it will likely be a boring stream because I will be stuck in this room the entire time. So just be ready for that. I'll have some fun talks, maybe talk about while I'm doing it. So yeah, that's it. Later.